Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Testicles, testicles.
To grab whatever. All right, hey all, hey all. How's that sound? Is that a little loud?
A little loud.
A little loud. All right, so as you want me to be quiet, you are too. All right, so there we go. Give me that. Is that better? It's a little bit better.
It is.
All right, so here we are. We're. How are you doing? A long time no see.
Long time no see.
Right. So you guys know who this is. Who's with me today?
Boy, mate.
So this
How's it
is
going?
Paul and Nia back again. It's like the Backstreet Boys, just
Yeah,
with one boy and one girl.
yeah.
And it's all right, all right. I don't know how the song goes. I wasn't a fan of Backstreet Boys, but anyway, so we're here tonight, and we came down to this place last.
For
That's
baby.
right. We're taking over like pirates do.
Yes.
Revenge Rum, and where's it at?
West Palm Beach.
They normally are open till 5 o'clock at night. So we came down and talked, drank a whole lot of rum last week, convinced them to stay open for us to do a takeover,
Yeah.
live stream, and hang out here.
We used our convincing ways.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Um, and we're here to support, hang out with the guys. We'll get them on here in a little bit. We've got some other folks here hanging out in the lounge here, drinking some cocktails. What are you sipping on?
I'm sipping on something really good. It's their coffee liqueur. So they used a couple of their aged stuff and they infuse it with real cold brew coffee, which is amazing. And really fancy ice cube here, but
That's right.
excellent. Cheers, Paul. What are you drinking?
I don't know. What did you get me?
Bolt's Revenge.
Volt or Bolt?
Bolt, like
Bolt.
Bolt.
A lightning bolt.
Thunderbolt. Yeah, yeah.
Thunderbolt lightning. Okay, there you go.
So that one has their aged rum, same thing. And
Oh,
then
that's
it has
right.
cognac and bitters. So it's kind of like an old fashioned with a little bit of cognac. How's that?
Now, you can only get this here. And why is that?
Why?
Their age stuff.
Oh, yes. So that's another reason to come and visit the distillery, guys. Don't miss out.
That's right. So they're working on some aged products. So we'll talk to them a little bit more about their products.
And
Um,
their history,
and
incredible history.
this building is super cool.
Historic firehouse.
That's right.
And guess what? If you stay tuned, we're gonna give you a little tour so you can actually see the distillery.
That's right. And maybe we'll get our other cohort to go down the fire pole. I bet we definitely can talk him into going down the fire pole. I'm sure. If there's enough rum drank, I'm sure we're gonna be able to get him down go down the fire pole.
Somebody has to go down the firebolt.
That's right. Yes. Somebody's
Somebody.
exactly. So somebody's gonna have to. So again, we're hanging out here. We're just gonna be super chill. Like I said, we'll talk. We'll introduce the guys.
Yeah, for sure. That'll
Um.
be awesome. Chris and Ryan are here.
Yep.
They're part of the Revenge Rum crew. They're very passionate individuals. Chris is actually the master distiller here, so you can ask him all the geeky questions that you want. So light up that chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. If you like our content, you know Paul and I try to definitely collab a lot, and we want to see how much you love us collabing. You know.
That's right. Here. So let's just check here. It's real quick here. Like I said, this is gonna be a live event. So we are okay. So I do see. All right, there we go. There we go. Heck, I didn't even like. I only just now liked the actual videos.
You.
I know. I will. That's one of the things I got to get around to. So
Yeah, yeah,
so
I get
yeah.
it. I get it.
So yeah. So we're here. Like I said, in West Palm Beach. We're doing a takeover. We definitely want to do more of these kinds of things.
Absolutely. Let us know if
So
you like these kinds of things. I feel like it gives us an opportunity to meet you guys in person, have a place for us to get together, drink rum in person. But if you're not able to come, also give you exposure to like these incredible small craft distillers
right.
and their products. And also give you behind the scenes look because we are going to take you behind the scenes and you're going to see how this amazing rum is actually made.
So I think in it's so cool to get out. I don't know. I like being live in location. It's like at a concert, right?
Yeah.
You're live on location, like the radio stations used. I don't even think they even do that anymore. Like, you know,
Yeah, I think that's retired now.
we can bring it back. There's nostalgia. There's all retro, like Stranger Things. They brought all the stuff back from the '80s, and all the kids now think it's cool.
And they're like, oh, this new band, Metallica. I'm like, okay, goodbye, everybody. Metallica's been around forever.
Hey, Dad, have you ever heard of Metallica? No. Who are they? Are they a new group? Are they a new group? Never heard of them. I think I saw them twice though. Yeah. So,
Isn't
uh,
it hilarious that you see all these kids with like a Metallica t-shirt?
that is the sign that you are getting old because when
We're
you're,
not saying that. When you're getting more mature.
well, let's not say that either, okay? Because some of us are not mature either, okay? So, but yeah, so yeah, maybe we should bring that back and we should do live on locations from the amphitheater and music events, and maybe we can like be cool to get some sponsorship out of that, right? Or support a brand, or
You do that, so make sure you hit subscribe
that's
on his
right,
channel because
that's
he
right,
gives a lot of exposure to local restaurants and local bars.
yeah. And and we're gonna get a second,
Opening spots,
and we're
man.
gonna get a second here. We're gonna ask for, um, yeah, I guess what do I need headphones for? I can already. That's right. I'm not listening to anybody on the stream here, but we're also going to talk to some musicians actually here also. Maybe we can get them on and talk about some music. And again,
Yeah,
you,
I can ask them if they wanna.
you can
Uh,
corral. So do you want to do the interview? How about you do? I'll slide on over. I gotta go.
no, no,
No,
you
no,
know more about music.
no, it's okay.
You know my capacity
I
on
don't.
the drums. It was so funny when I was on Paul's channel for the first time. I was like, oh, I could teach you a trick. I play drums too, the air drums. And it was like, oh yeah, that's not actual drums, lady.
All right, so I'm just typing in the chats there. So a little bit there, telling folks to make sure we follow, subscribe to everybody here, and we'll put
Yeah, and share the link so
all the
everybody
accounts.
can log in. Let's cheers
Yep.
to a nice Friday.
Right. Yeah. There we go. So.
Some delicious rum.
Mm, yeah, that's really tasty. And again, most people, I bet, would not know that this is rum, right? I mean, I don't know. We'll talk more about it. Again, we want them to know it's rum, but
I'm dying to talk about it, but I'm gonna let the big guys talk
yeah, that's
about
right.
their products. But
So,
I'm very excited for you guys
the
to
big
meet.
guys, what are you talking about? It's Santa Claus?
Not you,
Santa
not you,
Claus?
not you.
Oh, not that kind of big. What kind of big are you talking about?
Like the big guys behind the scenes,
Oh, okay.
the ones that make this delicious rum.
I wasn't thinking if you were talking about other kind of big guys. So, but I'm bummed. Anyway,
Oh,
so
sound effects.
yeah, we don't.
Oh, we
Yeah,
don't have
we'll have to
drum
update that. I'll give you the air horn. I'll give you the
yeah,
air horn.
favorite. That's my favorite.
So, all right. So you want to introduce, and then you step aside your guest that
I'm
you.
gonna bring on Jason, the River Pirate 13, so you can see him in person. I'm sure if you have not seen his channel, the River Pirate 13, he also does reviews. He's a fellow pirate, and let me bring him on.
So all right. So here we go. So like the Tonight Show here. So again, you can't hear the sound effects unless you put the headphones on. But I'll just tell you that I'm hitting the clapping sound effects. How about that? Thank you, Paul. How are you doing?
What can I say?
You look like you had a rough day today.
I did. I was drinking rum. I know
Uh,
it
uh,
was a lot of fun.
like, how's this different than any other day?
It's not. It's just a different location. Changes in latitude, changes in attitude.
It sounds like a song.
Yeah, well, the bartenders changed. That's about it. Some make the drinks right. Some don't make them right at all.
Right.
It's okay.
Two wrongs make a right.
I thought that was true too. But then I realized my bartender at this one down at the marina was. I'm like, oh, this is not pirate punch.
All right, so let's see. So were you at Rafiki Tiki?
Unfortunately, yes.
Is it unfortunately yes because you're no longer allowed back there?
No, the nachos were great. The food was phenomenal. It's just the people there. Just I don't know. It was okay. I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad about them. Don't get it wrong. Go there. But I'm just saying.
Leave a review. Go on Yelp.
Yeah, just just don't order the punch. Order something else. Maybe it was better. I don't know what I did wrong. It's okay.
So we call him out and says, so did you find Revenge Rum there?
No, I found Montezuma's revenge if I wasn't being careful.
I said, I don't have. I'll give you the air horn again. There you go. Yeah, well, you're air horning in the bathroom, I'm sure. So for sure on that one. But yeah, so we yeah, if they don't have it, we need to find out why. That's our mission here. So let's find out how tonight that we can make sure that there's at least a bottle. We'll figure it out, right? This is from 5 to 8, right? So I'm paying you top dollar for this, Jason, for this 3 hours, which is nothing. So
I was wondering where the top dollar was coming from. But anyways,
anyway, so yeah, so you're down here visiting, right? So you're up holding down the north, Nia's down here in the south, and
I'd be in the little quaint village of St. Augustine, founded in 1565. And it's where piracy started in Florida. I don't know if you knew that. You can talk to Sir Francis Drake. He burned the city down like a proper pirate. But that's okay. So, anyways, but I will say one thing about Revenge Rum. Uh, I've not tried it at all. And they've got primo shelf space at Total Wines in Daytona Beach. They are in the eyesight. You see it right in front of you.
so if you're drinking too much and your eyes are blurry, you're going to see multiple shelves then.
You probably would.
Okay, so that's good that it's at eyesight level.
Right, but the it stands out. It stands out like a death adder in Australia, like you're about to die because the thing's going to hit you. You can't miss it.
Shit, this has turned into Steve Irwin meets the River Pirate.
No, I'm just informing people of little critters.
Death Adder. Okay.
Yeah, well, people.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that gives them another reason not
Yeah.
to go to Australia.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I have a question. Are you not possibly Florida man?
I, I actually went to that brewery, the Florida Man one,
Okay.
Florida Avenue, I think it's called, if I recall right. And I had a great time. You know why? Because I drank liquor there. They have a liquor license. It was delicious.
He'll be here all weekend, folks. Don't forget to tip your bartenders and waitresses and try the veal. Anyway, so we're showing our old ages, but here the comedy aspect of things. So yeah, so you enjoyed your day today, and out in the sun and fun, and down at the marina there, and
Get you some rum, Jason, so you can
oh
prepare.
oh.
I need to try this. I'm starting to feel parched. I'm
So
watching him drink his, and I'm sitting there going, "What's wrong? What's wrong with this
all right.
picture?"
So what we're gonna do here, Jason, is we're gonna go ahead and thank you, sir. We're gonna okay. So this is all right. This is now out in the interwebs. Your first taste of Revenge Rum, right?
Right.
Okay, so you and again we all if you're watching if you don't know who Jason is, or I'm sorry, the River Pirate 13 is, check out his channel. He does his rum reviews every week ish.
When I feel like it.
There we go. Whenever he's
When I'm sober, you won't see a video.
he remembers, he wakes up from the previous outing. And so check out the review. So again, you're gonna get this is for a first review here from the River Pirate 13. So what do you think so far on the nose?
Well, I like my other glass better, but okay, I'll wear one of these funky glasses. It's like a tulip. Anyways. Oh, it's got a nice look. Oh man, it's got some nice smell to it. It's got like a sweeter note to it, kind of
Mhm.
like what's it? Hmm. Almost like almost like I hate to say it, it's almost like a really like almost like a little bit of a molasses smell to it. Oh wait a minute, it's rum. Never mind. Um, no, it's got a great smell to it. I like this. It's great. All right, now I gotta drink it. I don't want to.
Well, okay. All right.
Oh,
So you've got
that's what you have rum for. No,
your tasting notes on the for the nose. All right. So here we go.
wow, I had no idea. Um, a little bit of heat,
Mhm.
very smooth. Um, kind of a little bit sweet flavor, but um, I'm gonna need another sip. Sorry. No, I need 3 sips. Oh, it's good. Never mind. It's really good.
Okay. Okay. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes.
Settles it now.
There you go. It's really good.
It's really good.
So there we go. So there we go. It's our bottle there, or not my bottle. The bottle we're referring to here. So Revenge Rum there. So yeah. So we're again you do a lot of tastings, and you try a lot of things, and what would you say this kind of compares with some other white rums that you've had? And I know, again, I know there's a whole lot about the categories and things and white rums, and some white rums aren't, they're, agricoles versus and all these things. And we'll get Nia back up here to talk more about that too. But I mean, in general, right? So
Quite frankly, this is very.
now be careful when your response here, because they may throw you out if you give the wrong answer.
I don't give wrong answers. I just give them like they want to hear it. Did I say that right? Anyways, um, it's got a very. It tastes like a heavier white rum. This would be a really good daiquiri. A really good daiquiri. Um, you could sip this neat. I could sip this as work and tell them it's all water from their fountain, and they probably wouldn't know any different because
Hi-
it's so clear.
High quality H2O.
Yeah, as they smell my breath. Um, I think it. As far as white rums go, I mean, I haven't had one with this much flavor. I've had some. Most of the time, they don't have that. They don't have this much flavor to it. Um, Usually, it's like, oh, put it as a mixer. There we are. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Damn, why did I get a C in chemistry class? I don't understand. I should have been paying attention.
You got an A+ in drinking class, I
I
think.
did. Yeah, well, that was the only thing I got
Yes.
good at. But wow, this is great. I like it. Is it a pirate rum? You're really asking me. Wait, Paul,
No, I think you tell. I think you're telling me.
it's a pirate rum. It should be on your ship. And if it's not, you're a scallywag. Anyways, cheers.
Cheers. Try to drink the microphone. Wow, how much have I already had to drink? Once again, video that's in perpetuity for the interwebs to make fun of me and make a meme, I'm sure, right? I'm trying to drink the microphone and thank you. Hey, as long as speaking of that real quick, yeah, there's a meme a card of there's a meme that's out there, and I was buying birthday cards the other day, and I saw that one where that girl's making that real face, and it's like a big glass of wine. I'm like, I wonder if she actually got money for that. You are now your face is on the front of a card, on a Hallmark card. I hope you're making some sort of money. Or you should go strike with all the actors and everybody else. That's all right. AI is gonna take over. So anyway,
I was on the face of the Homeland Security, but they didn't pay me for it when I got off the cruise ship.
nobody gets my reference that I say, don't worry, my picture's up at the post office.
Yeah, I did facial recognition. They looked at me and they pulled me off the line. Look at me. I said, it's okay. The ship's still here. I didn't take anything.
So let's talk about that. Hold on, let's go there and say. So Nia had mentioned that you do a lot of cruise reviews. Also, you do a lot of. You're a big cruiser. How does that go over as you board the cruise ship as a pirate?
Well, there's a sense of panic among the passengers at first, but then they realize that I'm not there to take the ship. I'm there to drink the rum, and they better have rum on board, or they're going to have to panic. So, anyways, that's kind of how it works. But no, I love cruising. I mean, it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, cool.
It's a fun thing to go around the Caribbean, and I figure, you know, Bartholomew Roberts, Captain Kidd, if they had all been able to go on MSC Seaside, they wouldn't have been hung.
See, they picked the wrong profession. If they had, if cruising for leisure was a thing back then,
Right.
that would have been the thing, right?
No, they would have just been hung over, but they wouldn't have been hung. So, anyways, it's good stuff.
That's not what she said. All right. And so anyway, so wait till you try. I said, I'm. I don't be jealous now. As you know, Nia and I did a little bit of sneak peeking of some stuff, but wait till you try some of the barrel stuff because I,
Oh, great. They're going to give me both barrels.
the ship they ship they ship oh they ship like if it fits it ships. Is that like the commercial? Oh. See, she didn't want to be on camera. Now she's like off camera. And where's the cue cards?
I thought you were saying a bad word there for a second.
There you go. There you go. We'll give her the mic back.
I know you guys missed me, but I wanted to clarify that you can also enjoy this rum. They do ship to you if you're in the 42 states, right? So definitely order this rum. You can have this amazing bottle in your rum collection. Look at that. Show me another bottle that looks like that.
Show me the rummy.
Show me another bottle. So go to revenge.com to order it.
Oh, now this is a glass.
Oh, there you go.
This is what I
Thank
was
you,
looking
sir.
for.
Jason doesn't like the Glencairns, by the way.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes,
I kept calling them tulips.
I know. We forgive you because you're a pirate.
All right. So now what you're going to try here, and again, we should be properly,
Yeah,
letting the
should we get
guys.
Chris? Can we have
So,
Chris to come over and
so
explain?
yeah, there
'Cause
we go.
this
Yeah.
is a very special
There we
rum,
go.
so
So
I'm gonna give it to
yeah,
him.
we're gonna slide on over here. So
Okay.
yeah, yes.
I'm Chris Bolt. I am the owner and master distiller at Revenge Rum.
There we go. All right. There we go. All right. The end is. Do you have other titles and so forth, or that's just it?
I mean, that's what I like to go.
Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, moved out to West Palm Beach about 5 years ago and bought an old firehouse here and set up my distillery. We've been open for about 18 months, and we've been having a lot of fun playing around with our recipe. And we've got our white rum on the market and are getting ready to launch a couple more things. The barrel age, we've definitely been playing around with some different barrels and things. So we'll see what you guys think of this one. Was done. This was a test batch we did in just a 2 gallon barrel, and we did a bunch of different ones. This is a heavy toast with a number one char, so it's just lightly charred. And it's a 2 gallon barrel, so it ages very quickly. So you can see it's got a nice dark color on it. But it's only been in the barrel for like 5 months. So
You
So
charge it
Cool.
yourself.
no, we did not.
I was wondering.
So for those who decided not to actually come here in person, well, you miss out and you're going to have to wait because it's not ready. It's not for sale yet, right?
That's right. Yeah, you can only try it if you come to Revenge at the moment.
You-
Eventually, we will have it on the
And the
market.
rum will be gone. I'm
Because
sorry. It'll be
because
gone.
he's going to drink it all, right? So
That's it.
all right. So here we go. So new,
Beautiful smell.
there you go.
Man. And where did you sure you didn't try this yourself? You buy it. I mean, this smells wonderful. Wow. Did you smell it?
Mm,
You've already been
all right.
drinking it. Never mind. This is all new to me. Sorry.
We got a virgin here.
Yeah, I'm not Madonna. I can't sing. All right.
But you do have a pointy bra.
Oh, this is smooth. Damn. And you aged it how long?
Just for 5 months. In such a small barrel, it ages really quickly, which is kind of cool. But we were just trying to play around with different flavors of the char and toast levels on them. So
It's got a nice vanilla finish to it. It's got definitely the molasses. Wow.
yes, it's a virgin white American oak barrel with a heavy toast and a number one char.
Yeah, and there's a little oak notes to it, just a little bit when I on the finish.
We aged it right upstairs here for 5 months.
Hmm. Oh, I like
Is that amazing?
it is.
How the transformation of just that 5 months in the barrel from this.
Does
Yeah.
this rum have a name yet, or are you just working on that yet?
We will have to play around with it. We're definitely playing around with it. We're gonna start releasing probably year numbers on them.
Will it be 40 proof? Is that
Yeah, that one's at 40 proof.
All right, I got the name for you. Don't worry. It's going to be 12 pounder.
Sorry, it's
And then when he gets 100 proof, it's going to be 24 pounder.
80.
This will be on the floor after you drink it.
Yeah, it's 80 proof, 40%.
Hmm. Oh man. Cheers. Damn.
Glad you guys like it.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
Mm.
We don't add any sugar or anything to our
No,
rum,
that's
so
the
it's
thing.
very,
I don't taste any of the syrup. I don't taste anything. It's just rum. Wow.
yeah.
I love it.
Thanks.
Oh,
So, excuse me. So, those in the chat there, again, just a quick shout out there to a lot of our, folks that tune in to all three of our channels. We each individually have our own channels here, right? So, the River Pirate 13, follow them on YouTube. Nia from My Rum Diaries, also follow her. And again, it's myself here. Obviously, you're watching this on Drums and Rums channel. But yeah, just real quick here, Sean. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Jag Pimp. Hey, Fred, how's it going? He said, Sean says, wait, I thought Paul was the rum pimp of West Palm Beach. So I don't know, maybe I am.
but you have to
So
let US one
gotta-
for that.
my rum pimp hand is strong. Okay, so I got to keep it up there. So Jack, say, hey, how you doing, Fred? There, ahoy, Sean. Okay, so and long work day, still on the oh bummer, Sean. So we'll drink some for you. So again, so you're hearing first. a soon to be new release. When do you guys kind of figure you think you're going to be maybe releasing?
This one's probably going to be a year before we actually release it.
Okay.
That's going to be a little longer. We do have we just partnered with a local coffee company, Common Ground, so we're about to release a rum-based coffee liqueur. That's awesome. I'll bring you guys a sample of that next for you to try.
Super.
You like this, right? This is perfect. Hey, people just bring stuff to
Yeah.
you.
But it's
Don't forget the nachos too when you go back.
It's like setting up a smuggling operation. This is really good. This is a pirate rum. Oh man, this is dangerous actually.
So you just now is you've got a year that you can just keep coming back. You know who your tester is, right? And
Yeah.
that's it. Every so often he'll come on down for the weekend, and
Well, now that I know if I leave at 8 o'clock from St. Augustine, I can get here in about 3.5 hours and
There
don't
you
have to
go.
let up on the gas.
yeah, be careful of the speed traps. Speaking of St. Augustine, I'm impressed because Jason did find I'm sorry, the River Pirate did find the Fountain of Youth. So he's actually a lot older than he looks. So
Okay, I'm a pop your balloons. The Fountain of Youth is fake. They make a water filtration system. It didn't taste like that. It's sulfur water.
wait, I saw the movie. I saw Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, it take out your kidneys if you drank it. But anyways, but it's okay. Just enjoy it. Just pretend it like it's like that. The water that this rum's made is way purer. The Spanish would have killed over this. Oh, great.
Well, speaking of the water though, real quick though, is um do you use local water or do you use the
Yeah, so we have a big filter out back. So we are using local water, but we have a big RO filter, so it strips everything out of it. So it's reverse osmosis. There's nothing
okay,
left in it, and then we remineralize that with pink Himalayan salt on site.
right? And we were talking a little bit last week about some of the laws changed here in Florida about craft and the distilleries about using local products. And
Mhm.
I guess it was the big one of the debates was water considered part of the meaning, an ingredient that you could use and claim that it's well,
Yeah.
it's semantics, I guess. I don't know. It's all in who you ask, really, right? So
Yeah, you got to use good water. That's I know. And then you got to drink lots of water afterwards.
all right, so there we go. We can see. So sadly, I'm drinking Canadian Club 12-year Coke. Friday is Mount Whiskey Date. I don't know, Fred. We may have to boot you out from the chat here for that comment there. So, with you drinking Canadian, I mean, I don't know. So,
I don't know.
so it's okay. You've already got shamed by Nia. So she's already took care of it. She's keeping track of the chat here. So, unless let's say, well, at least Total Wine as well at Total Wine today, I did buy 2 bottles of Eldo 12. Okay, so maybe you did redeem yourself there. So.
Revenge Rum is in Total Wine, so you got to pick up a bottle of ours
So,
next time.
so yeah, so where in the stores, and so I know you're available online 42 states. Where
We
in Total Wines?
12 Total Wines throughout the state of Florida. I will have to get a list for you. I think it's on our website, revenge.com, also on our Instagram. But I can get you the list momentarily.
Okay, no
Daytona
problem.
Beach has it. I saw it.
Yes.
I haven't. And by the way, the Canadian Club 12-year, uh, they got a lot of forest fires up in Canada right now. You might want to use it for that. It'll put the fire out. It'll stop all the smoke.
Off the top of my head, I know that we're in Naples, Miami, Boynton, Boca, and Palm Beach Gardens.
There you go. There you go. So there you go. So yeah, so come on down and visit, right? So there you go. So excellent. So yeah, so you're very well impressed.
I'm so glad for the invite. You know what I mean? This is great. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe hey, at the Revenge Rum in West Palm Beach. I haven't been here I was born in 1686 or 1668. Sorry, I'm getting it backwards. 1668. So I haven't been here in about 400 years. It wasn't much then. There wasn't anything here. Never mind.
Didn't sound like there was math back then.
No, it was mosquitoes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah. So
It's
yeah.
a pirate rum.
This is
Yes,
yeah.
Paul, it's a pirate rum.
This is definitely
You
yes.
want to know
So,
that it's a pirate rum.
yeah. So
So
again,
cheers.
cheers.
And look out for it being called 12 pounder. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
He's submitting it in the suggestion box over there in the over there on the wall there. So it's like, wow, we've only have one suggestion and it's multiple lines underneath the
Yeah, when he comes out the 100 proof, it'll look like the scene in Alien when the blood comes out and burns through the whole ship. You'll spill it on your table and There'll be holes all the way through like 3 stories of your house. It'll be so strong.
Oh boy.
That's
So, all right, yeah. So, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more. We'll get both you guys up here in a sec. Here, I know. Appreciate coming on and actually, properly introducing the what we're sampling here. And again, you've got to, obviously shouldn't be surprised, fan here. But again, he's given his honest, review, and
Love it.
yeah. So,
I'll give him a sticker.
Our gold star.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a sticker for it.
the thumbs up. There you go.
That's
You
what
got
my teacher always gave me.
so yeah. So, what else is on the agenda here, River Pirate?
Well, just drinking rum is all I have on my agenda. But if
Is there enough rum in West Palm Beach for your stay? I guess should be the apt question.
um, I think so. I think you guys have a lot of tiki bars here.
Well, of course.
I had no idea.
Well, I did see that you did post something. You were at the uh
Square grouper.
that's right, the famous.
I had to explain that to somebody. I had to
So,
explain what a square grouper was.
did they not watch Shark Week last week? They
I
did a
guess
whole
they
thing
didn't watch.
about it.
No, they didn't watch Miami Vice.
Gosh, well, I don't remember Square Grouper reference in Miami Vice, but
No.
then again, I may not have been really
Well,
paying
they threw it
attention
out of the
to it, but,
airplane. They'd get on the beach, and then next thing you're a millionaire the next day.
gosh,
You know,
it's
they're
kind of
finding treasure.
it's kind of very much like what I was told about up in North Carolina about Kill Devil.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
Kill Devil Hill, and all the ships would wreck, and then they have all the
yeah.
bottles and they bury it and so forth. But with that, hold on, I was going somewhere with this, so give me a think here. Give me a think here. Yeah. Oh well.
More
Anyway,
rum.
I need more rum. Yes, that's definitely was what I was thinking. Um, shit, it'll come back to me about the reference to 5 o'clock somewhere. There we go. I knew
Oh,
I'd
five
get.
o'clock
I knew
somewhere.
I would get it. 5 o'clock
Yes.
somewhere. Yes. So yeah. So 5 o'clock somewhere. I was in Nashville and I was at a drum workshop with the drummer from Rascal Flats. I was there. There was a weekend workshop, the Drum Dojo, it was called,
Hmm?
and we're on Broadway. Where all the bars are and the bands are playing, and we're at Alan Jackson's bar, and we're sitting in there, and I see all the way in the back, way back on the wall. Again, it was like more of a long bar than a wide bar. And I said to the guy who was there, I said, "Oh, oh." So check it out, Screw Grouper, and he didn't get the reference. He didn't get the reference, obviously. And I said, well, I said the Square Grouper sign and neon and the signage, so forth. I said that's where Alan Jackson filmed his video, 5 o'clock somewhere. And it's just funny that the Square Grouper sign in the that they have at the bar up
Right.
here is actually in his bar. But again, most people won't recognize it, don't know it. But again, the video today doesn't look nothing like
Yeah, they
Square
told
Grouper
me they
today.
tore the other one down. I'm looking at the new one.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought
So
because the one looks like a one at Fort Pierce.
yeah, Fort Pierce is a much different thing, place. And I actually I've a friend of well, I'm not sure if he's a friend of mine anymore, but somebody I know that lives up in the Port St. Lucie area says, "Oh yeah, they have a Square Grouper in Jupiter." I go, "Dude, the Jupiter one is the original one. Fort Pierce is not the only one and not the original one. It's the one in Jupiter."
And you can find it 5 miles offshore if you see a plane. Anyways.
So if you come down here during the wintertime, you see a lot of ball players that come in actually.
Oh wait, I see the real captain. Oh my goodness. What does he say?
Uh-oh.
You don't know what he
All right,
is.
so I'll read here for you. So, all right, so the real captain says, guys, I am concerned. I see some pretend pirates and some people who refers himself as Captain Bolt, but I am the real captain.
Oh, good news. I don't consider myself a captain. You're in luck. You're probably the real captain. But with that being said,
He said he did say ahoy, so I guess that means okay. That's like calling somebody an asshole and then saying LOL. And I don't know. Is that what it means? I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
I don't know, Cap. I don't know pirate speak. So
Honestly,
except for R, right?
we have Captain Yikes here, and he is a real pirate captain. So I don't know what to tell you. And he's got symbols that you don't want to see. So anyways,
But I gotta get that. I gotta add that sound effect. Of course, the drummer doesn't have the but I'm. I got another drum beat here. Heartbeat. I can give you a heart. A wrong answer. I can give you a wrong answer.
oh there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got this one in case you curse. Oh wait, I forgot. He doesn't have his headphones on. So
The heck?
Yeah, there you go. Wait, hold on. I gotta say, what the? Right?
I feel like I'm in a Kid Rock video.
There's not enough strippers here for it. Okay. So yeah, where's Kid Rock when we need him? So, uh, so yeah, definitely. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. So yeah, so the real captain there, Sean. Work your way north, please. Maryland to be specific. So there was a request there. So somebody's in Maryland is asking for to. So all right, Sarah, you're gonna have to get in the car, load up the rum, and have a good trip. She's coming, Sean. You're gonna meet Sarah. She's gonna be coming and knocking on the door. She's actually the drizzly driver. So all right, so you ready to
Drink?
yeah, sure.
Well, that's what I've been doing. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
I know, but you're doing a lot more talking at the moment and not enough drinking.
I'm just being real quiet listening to you because I've been drinking.
Actually, while you were tasting that rum, I think that's the most you've actually were quiet because you were
Enjoying it.
enjoying it, savoring it. I think as they call it, right?
Very good. It was smooth.
So is these your
No, I'm fans of them.
oh, okay, you're fans
No, I'm
oh,
fans of them. I'm not. It's the other way around.
okay, so you're fans of them. So
They came here to support me because
okay.
I'm so flattered that they're here.
Well, why don't you give me a chance to take a quick break? Why don't you take over now? Because it's all about taking over. We're taking over Revenge Rum. Oh, well, I see the signal here. I looks like we're got a relief pitcher coming in here with a couple more glasses first.
Oh, good.
So hold that note, guys, and oh, so here we go. So we got a coffee,
What's your first impression?
just enough, not too over the coffee flavor.
Well, it ain't Folgers. I can tell you that now.
I think he set me up for that.
Oh, I want this in my coffee cup. Forget Folgers. I want this in there. This is good. This is good to the last drop.
Can we I've got a Keurig machine at home. Do you think we can get them to work on a Keurig version of this? Can you guys work on a Keurig so I can put the pot in there and stay oh, Blackwater.
Does this have a name yet?
Yeah.
Blackwater.
Oh, it does? Can't you call it wake up juice? Because that's what I'm going to think. This is delicious. Man.
It's
You know, and
it's-
the funny part is I've had coffee rum before or coffee liqueurs, and I really haven't. It's been a love-hate relationship. Either it's really good or it's just kind of
right.
artificial. This tastes like coffee, and I feel like really good about it.
It isn't there's I feel that there's not one thing overpowering the other.
No, it's balanced.
Right.
It's so balanced. Oh man, can you grind this stuff? I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Why don't you just
I couldn't
snort
be bothered.
why don't you just snort it?
Well, I don't think so because then you'd drown. But anyways, no, this is delicious. Thank you. And when does this come out?
That one.
Soon. Okay. It's on the horizon, as you're saying. Okay.
Will that also be available in the stores or here? Okay. All right, there you go. So
Oh man. Revenge Rum's got it going.
there you heard it right.
All right. This is proper pirate rum.
Well, it'll wake you up, right? It's kind of like they call that, the kids they're Four Loco, right? It keeps you up and it keeps you down, right? And at the same time. So there you go. So no Four Loco, no Four Loco. Wait, no, the original recipe or the new recipe? The new recipe. Can I share a quick Four Loco story?
Yeah.
All right, so this was probably when did Four Loco come out? About what, 7 years ago, ish. So when it was all in the news and everyone was talking about how kids are dying and passing out and college kids and all that, and I figured, all right, it's just college kids are a bunch of pussies. They don't know how to drink is the problem, right?
You hit your
Bring-
button with that word. Sorry, just go ahead.
No, that was a medical term, actually.
Okay, good.
Yes.
We weren't talking about cats. So, anyways.
Meow. Here, kitty, kitty. Where was I now? So you got me distracted because of pussy. Anyway, so yeah, so we're saying, I said, you know what? I said these guys are just, they can't handle their liquor. Let me go to the store and let me try this out. I drank one that one night, and I was like, Wow, I was wrong. It was definitely a fuck you up. So again, it wasn't necessarily about so much about your tolerance of alcohol,
Right.
but it was definitely the amount of sugar and the amount of I mean, it's not any proof, but it still is just the I was feeling it. So yeah, so other than liquid cocaine or any of the drinks or Jaeger and Red Bull or whatever you want to call it, yeah. So why did I tell the story? I don't remember now. So see, it's a four loco. I got black.
Were you talking? I
Thank
forgot.
you.
Anyways,
I'm glad somebody's keeping. We have a stenographer here tonight, keeping track of all of our records because this will be for legal purposes later. So I'm sure some lawsuit. Okay,
this is delicious. This is like a DUI waiting to happen.
I like that. There you go. Revenge Rum and DUI waiting to happen. No, that's not good. That's not a good slogan, right?
No, I
On the
took
people
Uber,
getting
so
in
we're all good.
Yeah, it's
Thank
an
you.
Uber waiting to happen. How about that? It's an
Yeah,
Uber
thank
waiting.
you, Navigator Mia, for telling me that. That was a smart recommendation for me.
Yeah, see, I wasn't so smart. I did drive.
Yeah, you told me to go park somewhere. I
Yeah,
was gonna do it.
I did. I drive a loaner car from the dealership, so I don't know what car they're gonna get back when I drop it off. So, all right. So here, real quick, here, the real captain, shiver me timbers. That coffee liquor. I don't know. Is that a fancy way to saying liquor? Sounds like it be enough to make me walk the plank any day. Caffeine and some high quality rum like the dude. That's a lot of words for me to fucking read. Okay, on a
Like
computer
the
screen.
tea.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
like
No,
the
I'll take your
pearl
word for it.
caring for me, pearl.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that this was not going to be a PG or a G rated show tonight. Okay, so it is after hours after all, right? So we get air horns for the after hours party here at Revenge Rum. So strippers show up when it gets dark. Okay, so come on down, bring your singles. And no, I'm just kidding. So maybe I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Shows up, right?
I don't know who Pearl is, but sounds fun. Anyways,
So yeah. So anyway, so yeah. So let's jump over here. So do you want to introduce your your fan club? I don't know, fan club, your fan club, their fan club, your fan club of them of you, or
of course, these are the real pirates. They have to do it day in and day out on stage, and I don't have any of the talent they have. So I've introduced Captain Yikes, and if you ever realize,
Hello.
he looks like a real pirate. Oh,
Dude, I look like Osama, bro.
no, you look like a corsair, North Africa, 1679.
Nah, dude, I don't know. I terrorize rum. There you go.
That's it. But anyways, what's your band's name again? I forgot.
Chronic combustion. We're not that good,
They're
bro.
great. And you better listen to them.
I literally just make up random shit on the spot because I don't remember lyrics ever.
They
Just growl and scream, and hope for the best.
they use your music in heart transplant situations to make sure their heart's still working.
Basically.
Yeah, because their heart goes so fast because it's jamming with those heavy riffs you guys do. I love it. Oh man, it's glorious. Yeah, check them out.
I
I mean, they're
appreciate
great.
that.
I'm a big fan.
I think we're complete trash.
I think that was a song by some lady that sang it. I don't know what the hell it's called. What was it? Was it band trash? When they call it? Whatever. No garbage. Sorry, same thing. Whatever. Yeah, they're crap. But you're great. So no, it's great. So you got a gig tonight?
Yup. At Kava Daddy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Eh.
Are you're just the only band there?
We're the only a metal band. Everybody else are rappers, so it's kind of funny that we're just like, hey guys, we make metal, and we're
Wow.
just gonna full blast them because we're just like, why not?
So it's like a DMC Aerosmith collaboration then.
Yeah, but less trash.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
'Cause I didn't like that collab. Not gonna lie,
Oh,
it's kind of weak. It was kind of lacking.
wow. You should kind of combine the rapper with your metal and see if they can keep up.
So basically, Limp Bizkit
Yeah, something like that.
of you
Like-
Limp Bizkit too.
Yeah, just kind of, or just say this is. You've heard of Pantera. This is more like Ogre.
I don't like Pantera. Not gonna lie. Everybody hates on me for not liking Pantera, but dude, bro, Phil is like, "Alright, hey guys, Pantera, yeah." That's what he sounds like live.
Yeah, but that's great though. Like I said, I'm a fan of yours. Just so you know,
Thank you.
I
I'm a
I
fan of
think
you
it's
too.
so combustion, chronic combustion, and another musician, Chase Moody, who is another band,
Oh, Corrupted Saint,
Corrupted Saint.
classic, dude.
And
That was our first show I prop with them.
yeah,
Like I never heard of them, and then I stayed for their set, and I was like, "This is the best shit I've ever heard."
yeah.
And I'm not really into like thrash, but like a death thrash band, I
Right.
was like, "Yup."
I'm just, and then you look at me and go, you look like a really old pirate. You said 1668. I know that, but I'm telling you right now, I think pirates would have been heavy metal artists.
Yeah, you think they're like blast beats?
I don't think they would have been playing all this fiddle stuff. I think they would have been holding heavy guitars, and it wouldn't have been Van Halen. It would have been much heavier stuff that make your ears bleed. But no, I just want to tell you, I'm so excited to meet you. I mean, I feel like I'm a fan. I'm like I'm meeting a rock star. And
Thanks, bro. I don't know how to
I saw
react
your
to that.
posts, and I just kind of like you may think, oh man, you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, but trust me, to me, you've got. I mean, you're young and you've got just a career ahead of you that I think will be glorious. And I think people years from now will remember chronic combustion when they accidentally spill gas and light a lighter, and
Yeah, a little bit like a meth binge,
you
or like,
kind of
"What's this?"
yeah, going whoop, that was a mistake. I
What?
guess gas fumes. I didn't realize they ignite. Yep, they do. But no, I think it's great. I really do. I'm so Captain Yikes. I'm so happy to meet you.
I appreciate you, dude.
Love it. Love it.
They're trying to make me tear up
No,
right
don't
now,
tear
but
up. No,
I
just
don't cry in public, so
yeah.
I'll just do it in my car when I leave.
And since this video is PG, we can't show some.
Yeah. No, bro, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, don't expect jazz out of them. If you are, too bad.
We have a jazz song, like a jazz intro.
There we go.
It's called Jizzy Jazz.
There we go.
'Cause our names are so creative.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah. Well, that's at least one song. You'll get 3 followers from that. But anyways, no, I love it. No, good stuff. I really am. I'm just excited you were here. I think you guys are great. And I just want to let you know that. And
Thanks. Well, I should do what every band does. Oh, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram. Follow us on Chronic Combustion. What else did he do? They didn't make like bad TikToks now.
well, it's gonna.
That's coming soon. The Chronic fan, like OnlyFans. Want to be disappointed? Go on the Chronic OnlyFans.
If it does OnlyFans, it'll be very premium charge to see it.
God, dude, I wouldn't charge for that, bro. That'll be the most disappointing OnlyFans you'll ever like look at, dude. Not gonna lie.
And no file sharing. Buy it. Anyways. I don't know.
Naps. We should.
All right. Paul, are you back?
Yeah, I'm not qualified, dude. I don't know shit about reviewing rum, bro. Not gonna lie. Here you go.
Well, it's more than, well, again, Joe, we all have each of our different flavors or approaches into how we do our content or our representation of rum as rum enthusiasts, right? So, so yeah, I do have a little bit more of a music kind of spin to it, right? To tie in there. Different drummers, different musicians, local musicians. So glad you guys came on and gave a little, well, ah, so he's here for the chicks. Okay, guy, you're here for the guys?
You need to hang around Chase Moody. All the chicks are there. Holy cow. I was like, this is cheating. Anyways,
Oh my God. So yeah. So yeah, cool. So yeah, so you guys hadn't met before, right?
never met before.
Met before. Cool. And you found each other on the internet. Wow, this is kind of like, J date or whatever, or I don't know,
Anyways,
whatever the ads are for on YouTube when you're watching a video. Before I watch your video, there's like, oh wait, which maybe I'm on the wrong website. Maybe I might be watching the wrong ads. I'm not sure. So Cornhub,
sounds like a dating app, but whatever.
dating app for pirates. There we go. Oh, there. Don't steal that idea. Wait, the camera's not there. It's right here. So yes, just don't. Yeah, I got a camera stand set up, and there's no camera.
See, the cannons thundered during the pirate time.
Whoa,
Just like
whoa,
guitars.
whoa, whoa! Settle down there,
No
big
one,
guy.
no one
Okay.
ever said that they fired like jazz or like elevator music. they thundered. And that's why in my opening videos, you
Mhm.
hear the heavy guitar riffs
Mm.
because those are the cannons firing. That is the connection.
Are is their music your opener?
No, because I don't want to pay what he charges for his music. It's too expensive. He's charging Metallica rates.
Well, he's a starving musician, so he's got to charge. There you go. There you go. You heard it on the interwebs. There's
I don't want YouTube
yeah.
telling me they're going to give me a community strike.
Yeah. I swear I have approval.
You're using unauthorized music.
So I've got a good buddy who podcasts. He does a live show. So a big shout out there to Brad Brock. Jams and Cocktails is his show. We do some collab also, which is I think it's always a good thing to do collabs with other content creators. And so he's got original music and he plays his own music in between like little commercial breaks or like right pee breaks, go get a refresher drink breaks, etc. And he had to dispute to YouTube his own music.
Wow.
He's like, "This is my music. I own the copyright." And it was like, "You got to be kidding me." So again, I mean, it's good that they do take it serious. I mean, because it does protect the artist, right?
Right.
But it's also sometimes it's a pain in the ass when it's not in a situation like that too, right? So I get it. Don't get me started about all this stuff right now about me. No.
Wow.
Wait, so is it really that then System of a Down actually was the one that was
Wow. I have a video that's got a community strike because it plays the Gilligan's Island theme and it was in the background. It wasn't I put it in
oh,
there.
right? Yeah, yeah,
And they hit it with a community strike and it's
yeah,
got limited whatever
yeah.
and it doesn't have as many views, but it's okay though. I thought,
Well, I think until you become worrying about, until you get reach monetization levels and or even worry about that particular video actually can be monetized because of the strike, I, I've I've don't care anymore.
same
Let it
here.
let it kind of copyright strike it because I'm not going to worry about removing it and whatever. But it's
Yeah.
still
I
it's
figure if they ever threaten it, I just think Captain Yikes gives me a great symbol to use. I'm not going to use it because it's a PG, but I use that against them. So they know. They know
so
what they can do with their copyright strike.
so we have let's see, make sure I've got this right here. We have Galley. We want Captain Ryan.
Who? He went down with the ship. Who are you talking about?
So I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. So please identify yourself. Please provide your social security number and your credit card information for we can confirm.
Wait,
So
Captain Ron.
Captain Ryan
The guy
Galley,
that made the gin? Aviation gin? Are you serious?
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, sure. That's kind of cool. Deadpool. That'd be
Yeah, I guess
cool. Come on in.
that's the only person I can think of that's a Ryan. Oh well.
So
Anyways,
anyway, so yeah. Well, there you go. You heard it. So he's gonna do your music, unless if you want a new intro.
yeah. Well, and, we'll see what the rates are.
Yeah. Wait. Did I miss it? Did you get a chance to plug at least your show tonight? Do I need to get you come back up here and plug your own show?
Yeah, he said where he was.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
playing at what was that place again?
Kava.
What's it called? Kamadat.
Kava. Kava.
Kava Dabit.
Kava.
Kava.
Okay, there you go.
That's awesome. Love it.
I hear it's a back to school festival you're playing? School starts back here in Florida. Get your school supplies. Yep. Right. I wonder why. It is out in Wellington, as you know, it's a definitely different crowd. East side versus west side, here and so forth here. So,
Oh,
how you doing?
rum drinkers.
Come on in.
Well, hey, it's got AC/DC on. Hell yes, he can come in.
Yeah.
Hell's bells.
So all right. So yeah. So all right. So again checking out and listening to our local music again. Support local. Again, support local.
Absolutely.
Don't just say it. Actually do it. Right. So again, we're talking about even supporting local. Businesses or local craft, local rum, local distilleries. Come on down here. You get a tour. You meet the guys here. They give you a tour. Talk about their products. Right. Again,
Agree.
River Pirate gave his review already of the rum.
Pay full price. Don't go to Groupon. Really, show your support. Groupon, you're getting discounts. They don't get the money out of it.
Okay. We're still wanting Captain Ryan. So we're still trying to find Captain Ryan.
I don't know who Captain Ryan is.
Captain Ryan, come on down.
Good Lord.
So yeah, so please give us a little bit more information. I don't know. So maybe it's somebody again, somebody else is in the
Now it's a bot. Anyways,
what's a bot? No, they're not spamming about like visit some Bitcoin site or or porn site or China site or something
oh,
like
they're
that.
going to Captain Ryan's site. It's probably some bit thing or whatever. Who knows? Ryan doesn't probably have any money.
Yeah, so Captain Ryan, he's indisposed. So I guess we could just talk a lot about Captain Ryan and until he actually comes here and shows up and and says something. It's kind of like Spartacus, when they're all standing there and say, "Who's I'm Spartacus?
Do
No,
I-
I'm Spartacus."
Do I have to hit the button to tell you
That's
what
an
I think of
old
Captain
fuck. That's
Ryan?
an old fucking reference. That's even older for
Is
than
this
you.
the button where I mute myself for bad words
Yes, the beep.
for Captain Ryan?
Go for it, beep.
He's a pussy. Oop, I didn't hit the button.
Well,
Sorry.
I think you've actually been drinking too much. Your reaction time is a little off.
Sorry.
Fired, okay?
Didn't get the button right. Sorry.
Hey, look. I understand that just because you gave good reviews of the rum doesn't mean you can talk a lot of shit, right?
I've had 2 shots. Double barrel. I hope they have 2 more. So, anyways.
So, oh boy. So I think what maybe we're gonna try here to do is I'm gonna try a little something different. I'm gonna go with our handheld here. I'm gonna give it to I don't know if Nia wants to kind of help narrate this one here. I know she just did a little walkthrough there of the distillery. So I think we're gonna try to switch over the cameras here, and I'm gonna do a little live stream if you guys are okay with that. Is that kind of cool? So all right, so we'll do a little live stream of our remote here. So just give me a second. So keep filling the airtime. I know that's tough. I don't know.
I'm empty.
Pirate jokes.
I have no rum. Something. I don't care. One at this point.
What do you want? So what's on the menu? Tell us what's on the menu, and we'll get the chat to select your cocktail. How about that?
Nia, I'm about to borrow money for this. Holy crap. I want to. Oh, I want the clarified punch because I'm not really clear on everything right now. All right, pirate joke. All right. And you can all use these things. I know. I was sitting at the bar today and the guy had to tell me a pirate joke. What's a pirate's favorite letter? I swear to God, I'll fall on my own sword the next time I hear that damn joke. Because there's 2 answers to it. So I told him a better pirate joke, and he looked at me and it like he had to pull up an encyclopedia to figure what I was talking about. So, what happened when Bluebeard fell into the Red Sea? Thank you, mate.
What happened?
Give up?
I give up.
He was marooned. Okay, this is the other joke I told. What do you call a pirate that has 2 eyes, 2 arms, and 2 legs?
I give up.
Give up?
Yep.
A beginner. Because he's not missing anything yet. All right. Oh, good Lord. Okay, let me find another one. Let's see. Oh, why doesn't a pirate take a shower on the ship?
Why?
because he washes up on shore. All right. Okay, no one's laughing at these jokes, so I give up.
Lies, I am. I am. I'm always laughing at your jokes.
This is tour again. Where are you guys? Start walking around and showing metal or something. I don't care.
Show your rings. Show your rings. That's a lot of metal.
Oh yeah. Where's the camera? Oh. Oh, it's delayed. That's why. Is that delayed so I don't swear? Okay. Yeah, these are the pirate rings, and they're all metal. It's like having brass knuckles on. And pirates always want to brag about their jewelry, so there we go.
Here, I'll join you for a little bit so you're not too lonesome.
Yeah.
Cheers, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers with the microphone too.
Anyways, so Navigator Nia,
Yes,
tell us
Jason.
about Jamaica.
Ooh.
Knowing it, I want to know what you're going to do in Jamaica.
Okay, so I'm going with a group of Romaliers, and so we're gonna do a couple of tours. We're gonna visit Hampton Estates. We're gonna visit a couple of the Jamaican distilleries down there.
Okay.
So very excited. I do want to give a big shout out to Just Drinking. I see they're in the chat. I know they reviewed Revenge Rum's rum, so I know they're excited to see this. When you guys come back down here and visit us in Florida, we'll definitely have to bring you by. But what else for Jamaica? Oh, I am going to stay an extra couple days, so I plan to hit up the Bob Marley Museum, which is on my bucket list.
Well, you know the Bob Marley Museum is in Miami. You knew that, right?
Not the original one. The original one is in
No, it's the
Jamaica.
hospital where he died.
Oh, is
Sorry.
that the museum?
I don't know, but if you can find a room he died in.
That's oh no, I don't want to see where he died. I want to see where he lived and thrived.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh man.
And if you go to the
Oh, boy.
Bahamas, you can see his old house.
Oh, the Bahamas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in my video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that like old house, like Bob Vila Marley's this old
No,
house?
before he had the cancer, he had this really nice house. It's got a bunch of circles, and they're trying to make it a tourist attraction. But right now, it's abandoned.
Okay, that's good to know. So definitely plundering some rum, visiting some distilleries.
What about Port Royal? That's the most important place to go visit.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to Port Royal since I'll be in the Montego Bay area. So if you have any suggestions of where I should eat, drink, or if you want to hang out. Oh, we're also gonna go to the Food and Rum Festival, so definitely look out for my pirate hat, which I always wear. Come say hello. Um,
Do you wear that in the shower?
maybe sometimes
What?
if the mood strikes right.
Ooh.
What?
You know how people have beers in the shower? I have a rum drink in the shower and my pirate hat, just in case.
Shower rum.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you know there's a rum soap? It's called Bay something. Somebody sent me, it was like, I don't know, rum scented or I don't know. I'll have to find it out. Anyway, so sorry for fucking up that whole conversation there, but with my stupid interjection here. So we do have
Or what?
uh,
Fucking up?
uh, well, we do have in the chat here, we did get some clarification here.
Oh, Captain Ryan is a
Gail said the blonde hair stud who makes drinks.
yeah. I only see one blonde-haired gentleman here. He's very shy though. He's a blonde-haired stud, but very shy.
So, are we ready to do our tour? So, I'm going to give you the
Heck
cameras
yeah,
here.
I'm excited. Who's excited to see the distillery?
Yep. So Nia's going to go off here. So she's going to go ahead and continue the conversation here. She's going to go with the mobile camera there. She's going to do the tour of the distillery there. So you guys will see this screen here. Will go more, and so you'll switch a little bit from our
Guys.
camera angles.
Guys,
So-
and I promise I won't make you dizzy unless you've had that much of rum today. But I'll keep it nice and steady.
Just make
Okay.
it look like they're on the ship and everything's
No,
swanky.
no. I don't want to make you dizzy. I'm gonna
Is
keep
it the rum or is it the ship or is it?
or is it Neil
It's
with the
just-
camera?
So we did have it, yeah. So Gail said, "Yeah, baby," 3 exclamation points. And the real cat.
Why does the
Yeah, yeah.
carry the sword? I give up.
I give up too.
I heard this joke before, but I don't remember it.
Now we have to.
Have you?
Now we have.
Yeah, now we have to
Like-
wait. Now we have
I
to wait
don't
for the.
remember the answer.
Why does the pirate carry his sword?
Oh, because it can't walk.
No, that can't be it.
I think it is.
Oh,
Oh,
no. I thought there was an answer.
fourth.
I think that's the answer.
That's the answer.
I think I
Okay.
used it in a video already.
Oh. So
That's okay.
all right. Well, anyway,
So what is everybody
here we go.
drinking?
Here we go.
Oh,
Because the sword can't walk. Duh. Hashtag I am the real captain. Wow. This is like pirate battle going on here. It's like a rap battle, but just with
pirate jokes.
pirate jokes.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's gonna be calling for a while and an out.
Oh my God. Pirate version. Well, then now pirate version.
All right. So Nia, are you ready to go do your
I am. I'm
Talk about?
excited for Chris to tell you all about their amazing distillery. 18 months open and a lot of passion. So excited to have you see all the toys, the fun toys. Is everybody ready? Does everybody have a drink? Maybe we should take a shot.
Oh,
How about some shots, guys? Get us nice and warmed up.
yeah, where's our air horn?
Yeah. TJIF.
I got a Uber, whatever. Uber now at this point. Hope I can order it right. They may show up at the wrong place.
What is everybody drinking? What is everybody drinking in the chat?
Yeah, so what
Does everybody have their shots ready? Because we're gonna get
the real captain, what do you have in your glass right now?
yeah, the real captain. Let's see what you're drinking.
Yeah, let's have. And it better not be Perrier.
Or Malibu.
Oh, Malibu.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh,
Cannon blast. Cannon blast.
That's what I used to, when I go outside and protect this from the sun.
Malibu.
Wait, Malibu?
Really?
Wait, to protect. I'm very confused.
Wonder why all the,
I don't know what that
why
means.
all the ants are all over me.
Malibu's only good from driving from point A to point B. That's by Chevy.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you are too funny.
The River Pirate's gonna definitely be making me go back and change the our sound effects on our panel here. Let's see. I don't think I have.
I gotta swear more on this thing.
Just kind of warn us, give us like a little pause so Paul can jump on that button.
Here we go.
Oh, no, no, no,
we're
no.
screwing things. No, we're just. Oh, fuck. Now there's your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Can you hear your heartbeat?
Here, you might need your headphones.
No,
This is the problem when you
that's
have a.
actually Pamela Anderson, so I'm not. My heart's not.
Oh man, I agree. I concur. I definitely had a lady boner with her.
I just don't.
Yeah,
feel it.
for sure. I agree. I agree.
I'm sorry, Paul. I look at you and I don't feel anything.
I'm. That's what I was going for, actually.
Awesome. Look,
I'm-
Chris is hooking us up.
I think before you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Alright,
much.
so.
Cheers,
alright,
guys.
Cheers, there you go. Yeah. Cheers.
Amazing. So again, go to revengerum.com. They ship to you. So if you want to enjoy this amazing rum, you can buy it. Look at this incredible bottle. I can't wait. I already have a bottle in my stash. So cheers. Cheers, guys.
Yep.
To the Rum Posse. Cheers, guys. Cheers, cheers. Cheers. Mm. Hold on. Wait a second.
Right.
Hold on.
Send
Air horn, air horn, air horn.
send the tips.
Hello, my long lost super fan Gail.
Ah. So let's learn more about her, or I don't know, or
Check out his OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
It's $14.99.
you can't take it because I already have only rums. So I actually have registered on OnlyFans only rums
Ooh.
account. So
And type in revenge to get 30% discount.
That's right.
So we do need to do something with this channel here because we do have gotta figure out something to do with only rums. So I'm sure.
Well, we do have our signature drink, the Revenge Sex. which really can
Yeah.
turn up a party.
We look at we're making business. We're making business deals here, and there we go. So we're gonna be making money. I heard the other day OnlyFans is actually not doing very well because obviously everyone's.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Mine's not doing horrible. I didn't understand why.
Well, I mean, when you call yours only swords because you're a pirate, that kind of it's a different crowd.
I don't know. Mine was called Before the Mast.
Only swords. Oh,
Only swords, yeah.
yeah. So all right. So anyway, so go ahead. Go ahead. Say hi to your.
Oh, just me by myself?
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'm gonna last doing this. Let me see. Gail, are you out there?
Here, I'll help Ryan because he's so nice. So Ryan, tell us your background. How did you get into rum? Tell us your story about you and Chris, because that's really interesting too.
Oh yeah, fun story.
Okay.
Chris and I met at summer camp.
Okay.
When we were adults. So it's not an adult summer camp, but it's a kid summer camp. We were camp directors and program directors, and Chris had a mason jar full of rum that he had distilled in his backyard, and
This is how trustworthy Chris is, that he gets a random mason jar and he's like, "Yeah, I'll try it. It's okay." I love that.
yeah,
So guys, tell Ryan what happened.
many nights in the redwood forest drinking rum and experimenting with different cocktails, and yeah, it was a good summer, and who knew it would lead to this?
So curious, what did you do before this?
Before this, I was like a low voltage tech, so doing like fire systems, security systems,
That's
things like that. Yeah.
okay. Very boring. So much
Yeah,
better
yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, much better now.
So when people ask you what you do now, what do you say? What is your answer?
Just that I work at Revenge Rum. I man the bar, do events, pretty much, Chris's right hand man, first mate. You might, if you might.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, his first is awesome. Well, thank you so much for hosting us.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
got to hang out last week here too, so we're basically bothering them for 2 weeks, a little bit, but we're plundering some rum.
Yeah, it's been
Definitely
fun.
enjoying. It's been so great to meet you guys.
hmm Let's see.
Oh look.
Juggle.
Oh, Gail wants to know how you stay fit.
Oh,
Doing these,
yeah. Gail would like
a lot
to,
of
but
drinks,
yeah.
a lot of drinking rum.
No, I cannot juggle.
There's something going on here. Hold on. Oh shoot! I'm getting revenge sex in the popsicle, yo. Oh, thank you, thank you. Ooh,
They melt fast though. 5% alcohol, but very delicious.
guys, if you love passion fruit, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
those are good.
Mm. Mm. That's very good. So, do you guys always have this, or?
Um, yeah, we got them for a big event, and now we just have a freezer full.
Oh,
So
this is
you can
amazing.
get them here, but we're hopefully gonna have them for like
Basically, reason 3,000,002
yeah.
come and visit the distillery. Their age rum and their revenge rum sex.
Yes. Key Lime House will hopefully carry those. The old Key Lime House in Lantana.
Time house.
Yeah, good spot.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So somebody's saying, just drinking, which are part of our rum posse. You're saying if you can juggle.
No, only invisible bags.
If
No,
you use bags, guys, that's it. It's okay. I air drunk too. So Paul knows when he had me on his channel. Amazing, really good, right?
yeah.
Hold on, the River Pirate's coming back. What do you think about the revenge sex?
Microphone. I'm starting to understand the movie Pirates, the highest grossing film in adult entertainment. When she said lick here, now I understand what she's talking about. I understand now.
He understands lick here.
Here now.
Now he's licking. He's licking here, so now he understands. That's good to. Oh my god, so much fun, guys.
All right.
So, is everybody ready for the distillery tour? Sorry, we've been like delaying this a little because they keep on giving us delicious rum. How many types of rum do you have? Well, right now they have the silver or transparent, depending on where you're from, for sale on revengerum.com. Also at Total Wine. And then their aged stuff, if you come to the distillery, they have a medium
Yeah, so
and a
we toast with trim number one. So we'll have aged rum, the white rum, and then a coffee liqueur also made with our rum.
so basically they have three expressions for now. Obviously they're constantly experimenting, so definitely come by the distillery so you can try different rums that they have.
And around Christmas time, we have Tio Gringo's Coquito, the best coquito around, made by Tio Gringo himself.
Who is Tio Gringo? I have to ask.
He's
Is
a-
it you?
He's a famous guy. So
Is he from West Palm Beach?
Tio Gringo's.
Oh shoot.
So,
Okay. I'll have to come. We'll have
On
to
the
come during
holidays.
Christmas, guys. Okay. Mm,
All right, should we do the tour?
I think so. Is Chris ready for the tour? Okay, Paul, do you want to do the tour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we have some new friends here too.
They have tried the coquito. Guys, what is your review of the coquito? Empty glasses.
Oh my God, they had the coquito. Christmas in August.
In July.
Christmas in August. Oh, I want to try the coquito too.
So yeah.
Galley's saying, "Where's Captain Bull?" You're about to see him. He's gonna give us.
Flipping on me?
Yeah. See? But you're gonna see him very shortly. He's gonna talk about the amazing distillery. So just hang on, real quick. We're gonna go to the distillery tour. Don't take any screenshots of me sucking on this, unless I approve it. Oh. Kelly's saying into the microphone, Ryan. Into the microphone. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to put something by your face.
Wow. I know it's after hours, but
Hold on. Heyo. Okay, here we go. Ready for the distillery tour.
Right.
Paul, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, you gonna go? Oh,
So it's on live on that one.
yes. We're gonna switch here. We're gonna go live. All right. So here we go. Transitioning. All right. There we go. You're live, Nia. So whatever you're looking at.
Okay, ready? Okay, Chris, we're ready.
That was good.
Drum sex.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I feel law enforcement encroaching on me now.
As long as he's over age.
No, it's because they don't allow videotape. But anyways,
So. Oh. I think what we may actually have a problem is what I didn't quite think this through. So I'm going to try to navigate here. So they're describing here. We don't have a microphone on Nia. So hold on.
does she know that?
She doesn't know that yet. So
No, it's the same. Oh, Janet.
that's convenient. There we go. What else?
Oh, good. No, and you are. I mean, really, that, you know, I used to. Yeah, I used my wife. That's why running a video. Running a video.
This is Chris's. He, I don't know where he got it. Somewhere overseas. Cool. But it's like a legit.
The sword I've got now, it was handmade from a nice cutlery. And you know when it's like a series sword, when you open the package and it's wrapped with foil.
See, there's a lot of homage to the pirate lifestyle here. That's actually, if you can see, that's Chris in his full pirate garb. In this beautiful bar. Oh, look, Brian's juggling.
Oh. We're back on.
Okay, Paul, take it away.
Hello. All right. So there we go. So, yeah. So hopefully, I think you guys can hear me now. So apologies for any of the audio delays there. So we are, um, we didn't get a chance to capture the audio there on the tour, but at least you got to see, what it looks like here at Revenge. Again, these are the part of the things are uh, the challenges with going live. And when you're outside of the studio or outside of the confines of your comfort area, these are some of the things that do happen. So I don't know if we can figure it out before the next. I think a couple more folks just kind of turned in here. So I'm going to flip over here. I'm going to go back to our wide camera here and show you guys. Hopefully, so here what we got going on here. So again, quite a few folks here are hanging out here at the distillery there. So a little bit after hours, we can do a little bit of touring there. So we're just kind of hanging out here. So we'll just kind of hanging out. So, so yeah, so it's kind of again, kind of cool there. I'm gonna probably have to maybe upgrade with if I'm gonna do more of these remotes. These go out. Hold on. So now that everyone's bailed, everyone's been drinking. I'm on my own. There we go. So, yeah. So I know we didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of the, um, as I mentioned, a whole lot of the listening to that. So Nia. So, how did it go there? There you go. It's getting a little warm there. So Nia's going to kind of give us a little bit of a rundown here.
Yeah, for sure. Super excited.
So yeah, so I know unfortunately again, this is the first time we're trying to try something like that, or at least for what we've done. We did miss the narration.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But
So
if you go to my IG, Chris also did a tour with me, which was awesome.
Yep.
And definitely check that out. My Rum Diaries channel on IG.
there you go. So all right, so there we go. So yeah, it's the first time I ever tried actually using the camera with the streaming and then realized it should, which is I don't know. I haven't really honestly with the little mixer board I have here. I've always done everything through the board, but never used any of the microphone on the camera. So
Yeah,
again, that's
please live and learn, right? So
exactly
yeah,
something
live
for me
and
to kind
learn.
of was for to figure out how to do. So
But at least you get the visual because even though they're a small distiller, they have a lot of technology and a lot of passion. Chris does, just to highlight a couple of things, just so everybody knows, he does do a longer fermentation than most. They also use grade A molasses and they age for a week and a half, which honestly, I think most Florida distillers, they only age for like what, 72 hours or something like that. It's less than a week. So they're doing very unique stuff. They also did their research and they add a specific strain to their yeast. So it kind of mimics what distillers in the Caribbean, and specifically he mentioned Mount Gay. He knows that in their distiller, because if you're not familiar, they do aging in open wooden vats. And in the distillery or in that area, they have a specific yeast that kind of adds to the rum fermentation. And they actually add that here specifically, which is amazing and very interesting because I don't know a lot of distillers that go through that hassle.
so thank you there. Help me stall a little bit while I was just kind of commenting in the chats there. But I think that's a lot of really good points. And again, with a lot of the stuff you went through as a rumlier helps you kind of
Master
I'm so-
Malay, sorry.
sorry.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
So master rumlier. So again, if you're interested in those kinds of things, definitely hit up Nia. She can kind of direct you to some of that. Is to become different levels of a rumlier. And again, it's we've had on the podcast our guest Greg
Right,
Hill.
Hill?
Yep.
Yeah. From the Royal Rum Society.
Yep. So again, if you want to take a little bit more about your rum knowledge and kind of have a little bit of a you know, it, you know, it's like some people say, well, what is a rumlier? It's like, well, I said it's like a sommelier, but for rum, right? So
Exactly.
there's no difference. You get a little bit more. You're educated. You can explain the difference between the different type of stills, right? And different types of rum, right? Not all rum is
Created equal.
right. So agricoles versus molasses, and it's
But as
so
we always say, rum is fun. So, like, our goal is basically to expose as many people to rum as possible. That's what we're trying to do.
Right. And then you do what you want with it, right? Again, we're just
You mix it, you
Right.
drink it on the rocks, you can sip it, which is amazing. But these are the things that we learn also, which is amazing, is if you don't know this, everybody's notes is very different and very personalized. So when you hear distilleries or master distillers talk about notes in their spirits, is just to guide you onto what you should be detecting. But in all honesty, it's very sorry. I thought it sounded very loud.
I controls that part.
Oh shoot, can I lower mine? Because mine's super loud. That's why I keep on like, sorry guys.
We just got loud in here.
Yeah.
Jeez, hey, shut the fuck up over there. We're trying to do a fucking show here.
No, this is
Yeah.
good. I love it.
That's-
Sorry guys if I got all quiet in ASMR.
Okay, so no, yeah. So continue. What do you remember?
No, so what I was saying, which is super important for people to know, and what I love talking about, because a lot of people get very intimidated when it comes to spirits, and if you're not from this rum world or bourbon or whiskey or scotch or whatever, a lot of people are intimidated with giving their perspective on spirits, but don't do that. Please don't limit yourself. Definitely try different spirits, because notes that are on the bottles and are on distillers websites is just a guidance, especially when you're just starting out. Something might smell like acetone, sometimes it might smell like caramel, and all those notes are valid because everybody's palate and nose is very different, which I absolutely love about rum too, because we do use a lot of previously used barrels. So a lot of that carries on notes from like bourbon or whiskey or scotch or that kind of thing. And we do a lot of finishes, which makes it even more interesting. So again, just to remind everybody, all your notes are valid, your palate is valid. So if you're just starting out, don't be intimidated. Just, if you're ever like in a master class and everybody asks you, oh, what does this taste like? Or what does this smell like? Don't be shy to, if it's even something super weird. Like I always tell people, my story, which is Plantation has a Fiji rum, and this Fiji rum particularly, I know this is gonna sound very weird, but just for perspective, it smelled to me like a Fisher Price toy. And as soon as I nosed it, it was like Christmas morning Fisher Price toy. That's literally my first note. I was like, this smells like Fisher Price toy.
We need to come up with a rum called the little people, right? Isn't that one of the toys?
I guess. I don't
So
know.
many Fisher Price toys, yeah.
But
So yeah.
literally, that's what happened to me. So that's why I'm giving you an example of where sometimes just gotta let your imagination go wild, and that was what I was detecting myself.
It's interesting. So, oh, we're looking at So there we do have a
Oh, Captain Yikes, I think it's calling it a day.
so we got look, we got some rum sold here today there.
Heck yeah.
So Captain Yikes there. So yeah, let's see that rum. Let's see that rum there.
Oh, he got his own little bottle.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sport and local. Very good. All right. All right.
And go again, check out his band.
Yep.
Yes.
Check out his band Cannibal Corpse.
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's okay. Nobody will know the difference, right? We can make it. It's the internet. It's the internet. We can make up whatever we want, right? Yeah. So
Go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can check out wherever his band is touring locally in West Palm Beach.
All right, hold on. We've been totally. What am I doing? Yeah, those guys.
Oh,
There you go. Yes. So it's amazing. I know how to operate a camera here. So
it's okay, Paul. We'll forgive you.
I can't figure out the audio. I can't figure out the
It's a
video.
lot.
I can't figure out.
There's been a lot of rum.
That is true. That is true. There. So there's the River Pirate there with Captain Yikes.
Oh, he's so nice.
So
He's
check
the
it out
best.
there. They've got their own bottle there. So they're gonna supporting local. They're buying some local rum here, local businesses here in West Palm Beach. So definitely great to.
And again, they ship. So if you want to enjoy their rum, their white rum for now, but then their age, you're gonna use single barrel,
I know.
which is amazing. amazing, lightly toasted.
Did you see his reaction?
What?
You see the River Pirate's reaction when he tried that?
Yeah, I know.
I
I
think
told you.
I think he needed to smoke a cigarette. Really,
A cigar,
cigar. Yeah. So
not a
you know,
cigarette.
yeah. Well. So yeah. So they're there checking it out there. So it was really great to see them. So buying a bottle there. So there
And
it
you
is.
see
So
Sarah there as
that's
part of the marketing team.
all right,
Thank you
guys.
so much
Let's
for
see.
stopping by. So good to see you again. Bye.
All right, guys.
Back, back.
There we go. So I don't know. Too many things to operate. Too many cameras. Too many audio there. So again, we're definitely like we said. Me and I have been talking for a while about doing, like we said, more of these kind of things and more of these little
Yeah,
outreaches.
how do you
and-
guys feel about these kinds of takeovers? I actually enjoy it because, you can come off the street and just hang out with us, drink some rum, get a little bit of exposure to these small craft distillers. There's a lot of passion. They're just starting 18 months.
I know that's
That's a baby. That's what, a year? Sorry, I don't do math. A year and
a year and a half.
a year
Year and
and
change. Hold on, hold on. Year and change.
Yeah, year and change, which
So
is exciting. Exciting to see the passion behind
so
it.
let's walk this back, right? So we first again, I live here in Palm Beach County, and they are here in West Palm. And I guess I don't remember if I, heard about them, learned about it, social media, whatever. But it wasn't until we went to the Miami Rum Renaissance. They were there.
Right. Yeah, because we went to the Rum Renaissance.
Day
They
one.
had a very amazing or a master class where they had plantation rum. They had Alexander Gabriel, who is the master blender and distiller of plantation there. And the most amazing part was I saw their truck, and we might have to do
Okay, so
a little tour.
I'll go run out. So
Heck
here we go.
yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. And I'll keep on talking, right? So you can see their trucks. So if you ever see them, go knock on their window and be like, "Hey, Nia and Paul sent us to go stalk you guys." So you can check out their it looks like when they have their truck pulled out. If you ever see this, go knock on their door and be like, "Hey, look, very cool rep truck. Obviously it says Revenge Rum. And there's Captain Chris. Yep. See the first mate, which is Ryan. He usually sits there. So this is what their truck looks like. So to when we went to the Miami Rum Congress, we were going to these classes and I saw their truck. By the way, so embarrassing. I don't know if I told the story, but I was going around everybody and asking them, "Hey, are you part of the Revenge Rum crew? I'm Nia from My Rum Diaries. I'm dying to meet you guys so I can come visit because I do have a full-time job and I work till 5:30, so it's very hard for me to get up here by 5, but luckily, I have been able to leave work early to come and join these guys. Um, oh, after party at Rachel's? I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to ask the guys. So they're still talking. We have a couple people here drinking some rum and plundering some rum with us, which is awesome. They're enjoying their age stuff. So yeah, how did you guys like that truck? Really nice, right? Gally saying after party at Rachel's question mark? I don't know, I just that's Chris. We'll see. He's like, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know. So if you ever go to Rachel's, you can definitely ask for some revenge rum. The only rum that should be served there. So Paul's back in. I think we're running low on ethanol, right? Low on ethanol. As Phil says, "Hey, Felipe, I know it's a nice wrap." So, thank you for being there in spirit, Phil, my Phil. What is everybody drinking, by the way? I know you're virtual, but I hope you guys are enjoying some great rum. I know some of you were enjoying some El Dorado, which is Nia approved for sure. Gally, I don't know if the after is a Rachel. I'm still waiting to hear from Chris. He's like, I would love to, but I don't know if anybody else is down to go. But we'll see. What is it? Was it? What is everybody drinking? Again, this is what their bottle looks like. If you want to buy this, they're at Total Wine. Very unique looking bottle. And you can see the passion behind these guys. We show you the bottling room. Everything is in house, which is amazing. So they're basically considered a craft rum distiller, which is very interesting. And they're just starting. So as we all know, to get really good aged stuff, it takes a while. So please be patient with them. I know you're not here, but that aged rum, I know it's only 6 months, but it is very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. If you are a bourbon fan and you're here and you stumble on this channel, definitely come and check this out because it's amazing. It's very, very good. Oh, sweet Sean, you finally made it home. I know it's been a long day for you. What are you gonna drink, Sean? Tell us. So what are you drinking, Sean? I think I'm gonna have another mojito, which was really good. Really enjoyed the mojito because you know how sometimes places put a lot of sugar in there, and this one because it kind of mimics their transparent or white rum. It kind of mimics rum agricole. It's actually not as sweet and actually very refreshing. So don't be intimidated. They have fresh mint here, and Ryan, our amazing bartender, is literally squeezing fresh limes, which is great, and they have fresh mint too.
Go ahead and watch. We're getting 2 mojitos, so let's go ahead and
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
process.
Thanks, Gally, for supporting them. Oh, let's see. Ryan's making us our mojitos. Damn, Sean is getting very, very fancy. He's doing a Mr. Valley High cocktail. Oh, let's see his workout routine. She is. She is. So guys, definitely subscribe. We are going to try to do more of these takeovers here so we can enjoy some rum together and some nice cocktails. Ooh, what's the cocktail channel you watch, Sean? I'm curious. Okay. Hey, Mara's here. So my friend Mara, who's my editor and video guy, is here. Ooh, hibiscus daiquiri. Sean made a hibiscus daiquiri. Yeah, that's amazing. It's like a flower. Yeah, it's like a flower. And he said he made the syrup. Did you make the syrup from scratch? That's impressive, Sean, as always.
At least it's not Canadian Club.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Fred's still there in the old chatters. Give Jag Pimp or Fred, aka Fred, a hard time there. So yeah, Chan.
Oh, Gally says that she loves getting Revenge Rum spotlighted. I know we feel the same, Gally. That's why we're here. We love their passion and we definitely want to keep on supporting them. So super excited. Super excited to have them on our channels. Oh, the channel is Cocktail Fridays? Wow. Oh, you cheated. It's okay. Syrups are hard to make. I get it. Sometimes you're kind of rushing, so I feel you. But hibiscus tea, that's interesting. So you made the syrup with hibiscus tea? I'm surprised that works. But you have to make, I'm assuming, very strong hibiscus tea for it to work, right?
So, all right. So here comes our cocktail.
Oh, awesome.
Right,
Thank you,
right.
Ryan. If you guys missed Ryan juggling, that was impressive. Mm.
So refreshing.
And I'm telling you, their rum to the nose is sweet, but to the taste, it's a little bit like a rum agricole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely got some, you know, I said
so refreshing.
so I think described it as, you got some vegetable kind of flavoring from it.
Yeah,
I know, again, for those, and it's again, we always say it's fine. Whatever you drink is fine.
yeah,
We just want to try to open up opportunities for learning new things, trying new things.
always.
I think, is a this again is a very pure product, unlike what you may normally drink. Get it that you may be accustomed to your standard bar fare, quick and easy, whatever's on the menu, cheapest thing to order. But this is at least the big thing the rum community is talking about
For
is
sure.
transparency, right?
Yes.
Right. So do you want to talk a little bit about transparency? Oh, do we want to go there? You had a couple drinks.
Hold on. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah. So Nia's ready to jump all in there on our.
Maybe I should put on my headphones for this one.
Oh, all right. So yeah, so we're talking about some transparency here. Again, the rum community, and I think again, I think in being fairness is saying, I think all spirit communities should ask for transparency, not just the rum, right? And I know again we're more focused, so I don't know if the other spirits community is very super involved. We know bourbon's a very engaged
Mostly
community.
because there's a lot of regulations mandated by the United States, so it makes it very easy, and that's why I kind of like people to also educate themselves. When you go to Europe, rum is not considered rum unless it hits 40% or 80 proof.
Right.
So right off the bat, here in the US, a lot of rums would be automatically eliminated in Europe. They wouldn't even be considered rum. They're considered rum liqueurs, just for perspective. I personally don't mind if people add stuff. I just want them to disclose. Like transparency is important because, for example, and this is why I came back here, Chris is type 1 diabetic and he was very adamant about letting us know that there wasn't anything added to his rum because of health reasons. So, like, for example, transparency is important on his level for health reasons. For other people, you know, some of us are trying to be healthy, some of us are just trying to enjoy or even like make different cocktails. If we don't know what's in the rum, we don't know how to properly mix it, basically.
Yeah, and I think it's an excellent point, Mia. Is those things is even though some that may not think about it, worry about it, care about it, maybe you should. And again, that's fine too. If you don't care, and that's fine as well. It's just a matter of the opportunity, at least lay it out there, and you decide what you want to do with the information. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's all sorts of regulations around how our food is handled and processed and
Yeah,
packaged with
for
the,
sure.
the FDA, the USDA, all sorts of the three-letter government acronyms. Um, you know, Maybe that's what we need to do. We should start up a part of the government called United States Rum. And Nia's the chair of I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyway.
Well, believe it or not,
Oh,
Jay from the Rum Society and Greg from the Royal Rum Society do belong to the Royal Consumers Alliance,
yeah.
which is a very interesting group which is pushing for transparency. They did meet their first they did have their first meeting at Privateer. If you're not familiar with them, they're probably one of the oldest American distillers
Mhm.
up in Ipswich, Massage
T-shits.
massive huge tits, as I call it.
Oh, hey now.
or Massachusetts. But
Eyes up here, Nia. Eyes up here.
but so yeah, stuff like that is very interesting. So definitely like check out that group. They have a lot of interesting stuff coming up. To me personally, they're a little bit more on the stricter side. I don't mind if people add stuff to rum. I just want them to disclose it. Like I get when people are growing, it's not necessarily as easy to disclose the exact dosage. If you're not familiar, dosage is the amount of sugar people add to their rum. But I think it's very important.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those. Some look, I for all intents purposes, we have a lot more opportunity to learn, know more. And I think one of the things that you pointed out recently was about how the bottles and the information and simply QR coding or how bottles are. I think you pointed out how bottles in the UK, or I'm sorry, Europe,
Oh my God, guys.
such
Just,
totally different,
yeah,
here
it's
in
like you know exactly where it came from. Like the sugar cane, where it was plucked from in their field. If they're a single estate, if you're not familiar with single estate, it means they basically have sugar cane on property and they basically get their sugar cane from there and then they make their rum from there, which is very interesting. So there's the labeling in Europe, it's a whole nother level. But this is the thing. When it comes to Revenge Rum, is what we suggested is if they could add a QR code because they have such an amazing history. They know exactly and Chris is very transparent. He talked about everything that he adds as far as the yeast and everything. He talked about everything on there on our IG live, which was amazing. And I love the transparency. I know our friend from Virago, Brad, would enjoy this as well.
So I know the guys are kind of a little bit busy. They're a little
They are. We don't
indirect.
want to
So
bother them.
this is kind of cool. Again, I know they are typically here. Look, it's a Friday, and their typical hours are, 8 to 5.
Yes, huge shout out to them. They're staying 3 hours past. Please remember that this is two guys.
Yep.
Two guys running the stills, bottling. They're doing absolutely everything, and it's two guys. Although, hey, I suggested to Chris next time we should do a bottling party. And then guess what? You get to bottle your own bottle. Maybe we'll do a little wax thumb thing, something different than
That'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool, at least knowing that your thumbprint, so the FBI can find it.
no, Paul. We don't want any of those entities.
I think
Getting that.
it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there we go. So yeah, so yeah. All
We want
right,
some more rum
the
friends.
crowd that's
Yeah,
tuning in here. Yeah,
yeah, for
come
sure.
in here.
So I might have to step away, my
That's
friend.
fine. You gotta go say hi. That's fine. And
Yeah,
we'll try to
for
pull
sure.
some folks in there. So we'll go ahead and step away, take your drink, and then we'll if I get the river
I'll come
pirate.
back. Yeah,
River
I'll
pirate.
bring the river pirate.
He's I don't he's in between two tables. So I don't know if the two tables are holding him up.
He's he likes to chat with the ladies. So
Hopefully his wife's not listening.
shh. No. Shh. But anyway, I'm gonna bring the River Pirate 13 and then I'm gonna go hang out with some friends for a
There you
little
go. All
bit.
right. So I'm right
I'll be
back.
back, guys. Don't miss me too much.
All right. All right. So again, we're hanging out here again. Good little crowd here showing up here tonight. Again, we definitely appreciate those who have been following all week long, all of our social media posts, comments. Us sharing the event for tonight, and come hang out here with us in person. And thank you also for hanging out with here online with us here on your Friday night on your happy hour. Um, again, we're three good friends. We're what we call ourselves part of our call it the Rum Posse. And again, we're just rum enthusiasts. So as the part of our Rum Posse, as we call it, is as Nia from My Rum Diaries, Jason the River Pirate 13. We also have Roger and Cole from the Just Drinking channel, YouTube channel. They do a weekly live stream and reviews every week. Also, Jami and Rashawn from Ready Set Rum. Yeah, they do reviews as well too. So actually, I'm gonna have to ask Nia. She was supposed to be the courier for some of the Appleton stuff that we just recently got. Hey, do you have that Appleton? Did you bring it with you? Okay, don't worry about it. Yes and no. She said yes, and then she said no. So I think that was a yes. I have it, but I drank it. I think I, I think that's what she said. That's really what it was. It was yes, and then I said yes, and then said no because I actually drank it. So I think she drank
Guys, I did it.
I think she drank my sample, and I sent Johnny my money already. So
It's at my house. I left it by the.
so yeah, so maybe stay tuned. Actually, we may do a rum posse tasting together. No, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Yes,
Too busy for us.
yes, yeah. For the little people.
What?
The little people. So yeah, but yeah, so anyway, so those we call the rum posse again. We're looking for more members to join our posse. To join the share our content. And a lot of it again, it's all around folks that are creating content that are around the rum community. Again, our different takes on rum, as we mentioned. Um, you know, River Pirate does some reviews. Nia does her monthly, rum news with her co-host Nani. You may have saw this past last month. I was a guest co-host with Nia from for the July's rum news, and Roger and Cole do their, like I said, their weekly live stream and their rum so forth. So you gotta know the crew.
She's not afraid of you, Paul. You don't need to tell you.
I don't know. No. I think it's just that I think you just I just think that you've been talking to her for the last half an hour. She doesn't want to talk to you no more.
No, she's very fascinating.
So what'd you find out about her then? Why don't you tell me about her then?
I found out that she is a huge support of the rum.
She's a huge supporter of the rum.
She could might as well be the quartermaster of this ship.
Oh, okay. And what exactly is a quartermaster?
A quartermaster distributes to the crew their fair share.
So similarly, that we just celebrated, or I guess uh saddeningly celebrated July 31st.
Oh, when the rum was gone. Black
Yes,
Pot Day.
that's right. So the quartermaster within the one doling out the daily rations, correct?
Correct, but that was only on the British side. The Spanish never, their rum never ran out. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
So I guess the U.S. Navy never got that at all either.
No, the U.S. Navy, I think they had beer rations. I'm not really sure.
So, yeah. So it is interesting, yes, the aspect of how much, and maybe to talk a little bit about this more, the River Pirate is how, there is a kind of, people kind of look at rum and pirates and, kind of the tie in there is, but I mean, it is part of the history. There's part of there is the how that those two things have woven together, obviously, because, again, if it wasn't for being out in a ship and out in the sea, we've never would have gotten the grog drink, right?
That is true.
Right. So we so I there's a it's a very fascinating, vast history about rum, right?
History is written by the victors. Never forget that.
Yeah, we never remember the
Even with the biggest cannon wins.
we never remember the losers, I guess is what you're saying. So yeah, so that I think that's a it's like I said, an interesting thing is, and again, a lot of pirates used to be ex or former British Navy sailors, correct?
Well, what happened is this is how what happens today. What happens is a war ends, You suddenly have a bunch of unemployed soldiers or sailors
Privateers, possibly.
or privateers.
Okay.
They don't have any job. And guess what? They decide to go back on the account because they figure, you know what? I had lost my livelihood, and that isn't going to happen.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to uh, I'm going to get my livelihood back, and that's just too bad. And because you guys didn't find me a job that I could do after the war, here I am. And so I'm going to raid every ship I can.
So you go with what you know.
You go with your no, and a lot of them grew up in poverty and they learned a skill. And you know what? Their skill was raiding ships, and that's how it ended.
So the real captain said he knows what he is talking about. A true sea dog.
Thank you, Captain. It's the
So
rum talking. I don't know what to tell you.
there you go. He learns so much more when he drinks rum. For some, there's a part of back in his brain that he remembers everything when he was in elementary school, but unfortunately it's so locked back there, and the key is called RUM.
And I know you're looking at my tricord and trying to figure out he's got a pipe on there. Do you smoke tobacco? Well, I used to smuggle tobacco. So it's kind of a reference to that. And then you look on the other side and you see what looks like a dagger, but it's actually an alligator's jaw that's been made into a dagger
Okay.
because the river pirate uses the alligator as an emblem.
So this side here.
That is correct.
Okay.
And so an alligator, when you're in the water with it, what do you think? What's the first thing you think?
Uh, if you know the alligator's there,
If no, if you see an alligator, yes, if you see an alligator, what's the first thing you think?
get the fuck out.
Good point. That's what pirates wanted. You're in danger.
Oh yes, and as our state is filled with alligators, so you didn't choose the pirate life; it chose you.
That's true. And I will tell you the story behind it. I blame my dad. And you say, why? Why would you blame your dad for it? Well, it was 1976.
Hold on, let's get on the couch. Let me lay you down on the couch. You're gonna
Oh,
talk
it's a
to.
really quick story.
Oh,
1976. My first time at Disney World. And I went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Disney World was still new back then. And I realized it was my favorite ride. And then I realized I've been growing up to be a powder monkey. It's time for me to be a pirate. I've been running all over the place taking the trash out. I need to be the one telling somebody else to take the trash out. So here we are. So that's how it started.
oh, okay. So now we know the origins of
The Pirates of the Caribbean started it.
this. Did you know? So here's a little bit of Pirates of Caribbean ride story. So we had probably back in the mid to late 90s, late 90s, did one of those behind the tour, behind the scenes Disney thing,
Oh wow.
right? And where you got to pay to get into the park, and then they take you around to the different things and so forth. And the guy that was doing our tour guide was a UCF major,
Hmm.
and he talked about he was doing his, I guess, his master thesis on, I can't remember if it was hospitality or something, but anyway, it had something to do with Disney. He talked about, he goes, you want to talk about red tape, right?
Sure.
He works there, right? His mother worked there, or somehow it was either his mother worked there when it park first opened up, or was one of the uh, names on the river cruise.
Oh wow.
I guess how they remember the
Yeah,
jungle, or not the jungle.
Jungle
Is that the
Cruise.
jungle cruise?
Yeah.
And so she's tied, either her name or likeness or something. But he was talking about, he told the story about the Pirates of Caribbean ride where, I guess, when they were building it, I guess a worker had fallen and hurt and died, right? And was bleeding and so forth. So there's apparently a stain inside the ride where this happened that they can never clean and never could remove.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes. So again, that was a story. I've never fact checked it because it was most of that when I heard that story was pre-internet, but I never went back and followed it. But again, these are some of the stories that we had heard about the Pirates Caribbean. Now, again, as you go back there many years later, yes, Disney did tweak the ride a little bit to include a
That's
jet.
the movie.
Exactly right. So, it's a funniness of here's a ride that is very much how the pirates were. It's whether we in today's society approve or disagree with
Yeah.
pirates life, and you have people chasing each other and all those things in our current society. It's kind of it's interesting, right? I mean, do you ever think about it that way?
Yeah, well, I realized that what I learned a long time ago is people love pirates because it represents freedom. It represents an escape. It means that no one has dominion over you. You are your own captain. And when you watch those movies, that's what you realize. It's an adventure. And that's why I always say, I tell everybody, life is an adventure. Make it an adventure. Don't make it, when I go to work, it's an adventure. I mean, yes, the traffic is an adventure, but but every day, if you got to make it an adventure somewhere, it doesn't matter where or how little it is. It's just one of those things. It's one of those. Um, I'm a big fan of what do you call it? Travel. I think people that travel, you learn a lot more about the world that you never knew. And I think pirates
Very true.
knew all about the world because they went all these places and they realized, wait a minute, that's not true. This is true. And so it's one of those things. So that's why I on YouTube and Instagram, if you ever look at it, I'm always positive. I just tell her, go out there, find it for yourself, enjoy it, go find it.
All right. All right. So I think the real captain is signing off. So fair winds ahead. Mateys, grateful for the chance to sail with you, with your crew. I'll give I'll give me all the ensure success. Hope our cogs cross again. Hashtag never forget the real captain.
Well, then you better like and subscribe so I don't forget who you are.
There you go. No, no. You do what now? What do you say all the time? Like and stab.
Yeah, stab that subscribe button.
There you go.
The word is shafar. It's not the other one. You say shafar. What are you saying, Jay? What are you saying? What does that mean?
So that
You say, what does that mean? Well, the Corsairs, the North African pirates, would yell, shafar. Why would they say that? Because in their religion, when you say shafar, you're saying good health and good journey because it's a book that they apparently revere. And I've accepted it, but I added a bunch of R's to it.
but a bomb. That's interesting. Yeah. And you definitely have a lot of knowledge as far as history and not just, that's a great, I didn't know that about, again, that look, there's pirates everywhere, right? Again, our Captain Phillips movie and story about that, people didn't think there was pirates. Well, no, the term, it's not what it looks like, but there's still piracy going on throughout the world. It's not gone,
I
right?
agree. It's not,
It's not big sail ships, right? It's
when people hear Corsair, they think, so you're telling me to buy the lowest level SUV from Lincoln? No, I'm not telling you that. Corsair was something else. They just named it after it.
so
Oh, Captain. Yeah, Shafar.
there you go. So definitely, what was I was just thinking about the other thing there was, so a story is, and it's one of those, the terminology, how it's used into the context, a little bit different. I remember it was in elementary school, and we were some sort of lesson, and the teacher says something that didn't want any funny answers or whatever it was, and again, I can't remember the context. I just remember that I answered her and said gorillas, and she got upset because thinking I was talking about the ape
Oh,
gorilla, and I said no. I said I was talking about, we call, again, I grew up in the elementary school in the '80s, and all the Sandinistas and the gorilla, and all that stuff, that skirmish that went on, that uh you know during the President Reagan days. But again, it's the terminology again, like we're talking about pirates, right?
Mhm.
It's not pirates and tall ships and things in the Caribbean in the movies. They're still that. Like I said, it's just it's a people have a certain kind of short mindset of what it is,
Sure.
but it's a much bigger. There's more to it than just. It's more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I mean, you hear porch pirates now, right?
Oh,
When your
that's right.
Amazon package disappears.
That's right. Yeah. So when my Ring camera, I don't see anybody wearing a hat and a swashbuckling sword, and
No,
I don't see Johnny Depp stealing shit off my porch.
no, you don't see that. You don't see that at all. And then you've got radio pirates. That's the people you had to go
Ah,
against because they only had 4 channels, and somebody said you need 5, and they made the radio channel, and it was a pirate channel.
I saw I had an idea here. I'm gonna tell the River Pirate this. I'm gonna mute the microphones. You're gonna see his reaction to this, and then you're gonna not know until it happens and see where we go with it. So here we go. We're gonna mute.
High seas piracy over the airwaves.
There we go. So stay tuned to what you didn't hear us talk about was maybe it's coming soon. Well, we gotta talk. We gotta drink more rum.
We were just talking about this rum, by the way,
There we
just so
go.
you know,
So
if you're wondering, and it means to go buy it. And it's on the middle shelf at Total Wines,
Daytona Beach,
Daytona Beach.
International Speedway Boulevard.
So go find it. It's a barrel. You can't miss it.
Yes.
You can't miss it.
So right there, right. I know where it exactly is at. Is right across, not far from the track.
Racetrack, yes.
They're right there by the speedway. So go and
Go
stop.
get it after your driver loses, and you can
That's
drink
right.
it, and you'll feel much better.
Yes. Do they have a Revenge Rum driver?
If you're talking about my Uber driver over here, yes.
Hey, well, actually, speaking of, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to make the segue. Is what did you think about the pops, the ice pops, the Revenge Sex? Was it good in your mouth? Was Revenge Sex good in your mouth? It
It made me want to. What did it made me?
was very sticky, wasn't it?
No, let me think for a second. Let me see. Let me say this the right way. It made me want.
Hopefully Father O'Leary is not watching this podcast episode because you'll be in a confession tomorrow.
It wanted me to go winching. Is that a good way? If you don't know what the word means, you'll have to Google it. But it let's put it this way. Anyone remembers the song Kiss that did Lick It Up? That's what I was thinking. You can read the lyrics later.
Oh boy. Oh
But
boy.
it was good. Was it as good as that? A little short, but I wouldn't pass it up.
But it wasn't bad, again, on a very hot day here. I think the whole country's been living under this heat dome. And it's definitely probably, again, we can definitely, it's what they say? It was 5.5%. And again, this is something can get only from the distillery. So come on down. There's stuff that they haven't released yet. So come on down here to try some of the stuff that we tried tonight that you could only get here, right?
Correct. I think the popsicle, it was delicious.
Yeah.
I thought it was perfect. I think you give it to your date first, and she licks it, and then she's happy, and then you get to lick something else. What can I say? Seems to be a win-win situation both ways.
Hey, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
And I didn't hit the button. Sorry, because I didn't. See her.
Oh boy.
I didn't use the word you use all the time.
Oh, the P word?
Yes. Maybe I need to use it more.
Oh, hey, call Gene Simmons. He'll tell you all about it. So what do you got coming up on can you get a little drop, a little sneak peek on
Yes,
some of
okay.
your stuff? Yeah.
Well, while I've been down here, I've got a couple of videos coming up, and I'm sorry they don't involve rum. I know, I know. I say the same thing. There's actually rum in one, but I couldn't see it in the video because the camera can't zoom that close. But you're going to get to see the sail out of Margarita at Sea out of Palm Beach port, um, which has never been done. And just to let you know, it is a half a mile walk to get to the inlet from the parking lot to film it. So blood, sweat, and tears was involved in it. And there's another video coming up of a freighter going out there that I captured something that I've never seen before. It's the Tropicana freighter.
Hmm.
And when I filmed the bow of it, dolphins were doing backflips in front of the bow. I've never seen that since SeaWorld. I've seen dolphins and porpoises jump in front of ships. These things did a whole show. I felt like I had to send SeaWorld $150 because I had to see it. It was incredible. And these weren't little dolphins, these were like big ones.
So this was the intercoastal we call it.
Intercoastal. I didn't
Wow.
see it. I was
Wow.
incredible. I had no idea.
It's amazing how, how if the right conditions, how that well actually, did you watch much of Shark Week?
I watched most of it. I drink. It was well. Let's put it this way. I was I was I was
Was
watching a little bit of it.
were you
I was
playing
fact checking
were
most of
you
it.
playing the drinking game that every time somebody said shark that you drank a shot?
No, I didn't do that. I was drinking a shot every time I saw the dopey guy on the ship with the hot looking girl that knew all about sharks, and he was supposed to be the expert. I
Oh,
drink a shot every time that he said something stupid, so that
oh, that was the Square Grouper episode. That was a stupid one. I hated that. That was the same night that they had filmed the previous one. It was called Cocaine Sharks. Anybody see Cocaine Sharks on Shark Week last week? No, you heard about it. Cocaine Sharks. It's not like cocaine bears. Cocaine Sharks, and it was actually a stupid episode.
they should have called it Coca-Cola sharks.
It was everything they tried to prove about the sharks eating square groupers was, it's like if you're really gonna do this, you got to put a bale of coke in the water, right? All they did was basically put chum and they say, it was a bunch of bullshit. But the episode before, they filmed right off of here, Singer Island. That was actually
Yeah, I saw that. That
that
was
was a
good.
good episode. Yeah,
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed they didn't have the megalodon show up at least once,
yeah.
so that way I could, you know, go okay, this is fiction. But anyways,
Did they actually advertise during Shark Week on the show was about the Meg?
no, they didn't bring it up.
Yeah, they should have. I mean, a great. I mean, it may have been a little bit overboard, right? Of
I think so.
yeah, but yeah, we got it. So
But at least we have Shark Week. It gets everybody aware of sharks. Mates, we got to save our fish.
do you want to? Let me tell you something about the movie that came out there. Was it called Deep Blue or
Deep
Deep
Blue,
something?
yes.
Was the one with they were living underwater? Was that
And they
the one?
genetically engineered these sharks to kill people.
Look, okay,
Yeah.
you know how farce that movie is. There's no black people going to be living underwater, right? In a aqua tank. They already know. They mentioned that LL Cool J and Samuel L. Jackson. All I know is Samuel L. Jackson. I couldn't wait for him to say,
I was trying to make the connection to Marvel with him.
"That's right, yes,
And it was
right."
probably, it was probably one of the Marvel characters. I just didn't realize they were sharks. But anyways, but yeah, no, Shark Week. The only great thing about it is it just brings attention to sharks.
Yeah,
We got to save our sea critters. They're part of the ecosystem.
right.
And yes, if you get in between the shark and the bait fish, you're now going to be the bait. So don't get in between you and the bait fish because the shark might not decide to make a differential on it. That being said, don't be afraid to go in the water. I know they made the whole Jaws movie about that,
Right.
and it's fun to say it. It's not safe to get in the water, but it really is.
Right.
Have fun. I was in the water today. You know what I was afraid of? I was afraid of the 600-foot freighter and its undertow. That's what I was afraid of. The sharks were least of my worries.
But there is in Singer Island. There's a good population, right? That's why I think the guys that were filming that episode was very surprised to see, you know, lemon sharks. They were looking for the bull sharks, and then all of a sudden, a tiger shark showed up, and then a
Yeah.
hammerhead showed up. Now, I've been fishing out on a drift boat out here at a Jupiter Inlet on a regular drift boat, and we saw a hammerhead cruising out, and I'm like, it's super cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and then the hammerheads are not going to attack you, but I've always heard the stories about, and it goes back to what they covered in that episode was, smell. It's all the senses,
Sure.
right? So if it's something smells, that they're going to get agitated. If there's cloudy water, they're going to get agitated, right? So
Yep.
that happens a lot of times, right? Don't go in the water if it's churned up.
Right.
or so again in the intercoastal, so there are talks about bull sharks coming into the intercoastal, and so you got to kind of watch. But yeah, but it was the water nice, clear? Was it amazing?
It's so clear.
Yeah,
Fish, I could see things at least 100 yards. Do you know why the bull shark gets its name?
I know.
The bull shark gets its name because it tends to ram its prey before it takes a bite. Tiger sharks get their name because they're just going to eat you, and that's just too bad.
But they have stripes, right?
They got stripes.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
And if you got a real tiger cat, he's going to eat you. If the shark's there, it's going to do the same thing.
All right. So Philip said, "What boat, Paul? I used to go out living on island time at least once a month." Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I think it was a couple boats. They actually did in that episode. They actually brought in a girl who does spearfishing, which was really cool, right?
It was very
I
awesome.
mean, so they came out the Jupiter Inlet, and then of course I think I've posted. There's a Jupiter Inlet Facebook page that I'm part of, and again I'm like, Jupiter representing, and of course then like that whole thread got lit up because like, okay, we all know the sharks were out there, but you know, you get bit, it's not intentional. That's to the point of Shark Week, but so
Well, she wasn't afraid of the sharks. You could tell that she
oh,
she spearfishes, and they're
right,
just
right.
there. She knows what to do if they get too close. I loved it.
All right. So yeah, so Phil said, okay, what boat used to go out on living on island time at least once a month, fishing boat. Okay. No, I think it seemed like it was probably that boat was probably more of a little private boat. It wasn't a very big one that they showed on the show.
I
But
don't remember.
the guy that one of the guys that was part of that episode was an Australian guy. Actually, those back-to-back episodes had Australian guys.
Yeah.
One, the cocaine sharks was a Australian guy was stupid. I think he was trying to be like Steve Irwin. But the one prior that we're talking about was he was like a Navy or Australian Navy guy,
Right. He looked like the guy in the movie Battleship.
and he lost both his leg and
An
an
arm
arm.
and
Right?
everything from
Yeah.
the shark
So,
attack. Yeah, it was.
and again, he goes back into the water
He's a,
still. That's pretty badass,
I
right?
was. I was like, oh
So,
man, this guy's got some bravery because I wouldn't do it.
and so he went in there and I don't remember. Like I said, it was him, another guy, and then the girl was a local spearfisher. So it was kind of cool that they featured about
Oh
some of
yeah,
that. So yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So rough spirits, hey Marshall. It's been a hot and miserable here in Austin. The heat's relentless this summer. Well, you just got to drink more rum, right?
No, you go down to Houston and get in the ocean.
So
It'll be nice cooler then.
yeah.
What's the other place? What's that?
Padre Island.
Padre Island.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're
So,
you're in the great state. I love Texas.
so
So
So yeah, so Rough Spirits also he's a good friend of ours here. He does a lot of rum reviews also.
oh, awesome.
He's part of the Austin Rum Society.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
so he does a lot of stuff. So
I've seen the Texas rum
yep,
reviews.
yep. So let's I said before we're here about 7:40. So I think do we try to get the guys on here and get both the owners on here and talk to them? We want to kind of start wrapping things up here. So
Okay.
we want to
Bring 'em
kind
on.
of call the guys over, so all right, we'll call the guys over here. So well, okay. And then we'll try to
Get
get
the rum
them.
creators over here.
Yeah, let's talk to the owners of the product here we're talking about here. So, and then we'll start wrapping up. I can't believe 3 hours flew by like that. So all right, so we're just doing a little bit of stalling there, is talking through some stuff here. So, yeah, so again, thanks. I appreciate you guys are all tuning in here. So it was a fun night. Quick 3 hours. It feels like for sure. Hang out here at Revenge Rum, supporting local distilleries, trying rum, hanging out with people. Again, it's really cool to see a lot of the folks here tonight hanging out here with us. Let me see here. I'll switch back over to our camera, and we'll switch back to over here. So again, here's I'm gonna try to switch this up here. There we go. So there we go. So a lot of folks are here hanging out, and stop by on our after hours show here again. enjoying some cocktails, supporting local businesses here. So you hear hanging out there again. Some of the folks here that the part of the staff, us, some of our friends that stop by to support us as well. So definitely all appreciate everybody stopping by, hanging out again. And again, if you haven't heard, again, try to go back and watch that episode where we talk a little bit more about the rum. We're going to go ahead and get the guys on here in the camera here to talk a little bit about, let them talk in their own words, for your opportunity to go ahead and ask them all about this rum, ask them what they're about, and some of the transparency. We know that's a big thing, and again, this company's only really been open and running for 18 months. It is they're very pure about that product. And so yeah, so this is all about what the craft is, right? So definitely. Okay, that works. All right, so cool. All right, so they're gonna do a quick distillery tour here. So we're gonna go ahead, and I wish I could figure out this whole microphone thing here. So why I can't get that camera to work? So bear with me here. I'll try this out again here with our camera. Check. Check.
Said that she would rather not post the link to YouTube. Is it okay? And the majority of people
pasteurize it and kill off any bacteria that's in there. Sorry, I missed. Also, we added 500 gallons of grade A fancy molasses, which is the highest quality molasses. It's basically just inverted sugarcane juice. So they basically just boil the sugarcane juice to caramelize it like you would with sugar. So then we bring it up to 160 degrees to pasteurize it, and we then cool it back down to 110, and then we pump it over into 10 of these. We have 10 of these 1,000 gallon fermenters.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Why glycol and not water?
Glycol freezes at 30. Or sorry, water freezes at 32 degrees. Okay. Glycol freezes at like negative. I don't even know what degrees. But so you can bring it to a much cooler temperature, and it doesn't evaporate off. So it's just a much more stable compound, and you can really freeze it. So at the end of this process. Yeah, and also because at the end of this process, we'll go through one of these tanks we bring to below freezing, which is at 32 degrees. We bring it down to 18 degrees to chill filter the rum, because ethanol also doesn't freeze at 32 degrees. It freezes at a much cooler temperature. So when we want to chill filter it, we bring it to below the freezing temperature of water, so that the water freezes around any particulate matter that might be in the rum, like oils and things. You get these rum oils, but they make the rum look cloudy if you put them in your freezer at home, and it kind of freaks people out.
Okay.
So we need that to be able to chill filter the alcohol, essentially. But it also, just for our system, it's an efficiency because it can evaporate out.
Awesome. Great answer. I have a second question.
Go ahead.
Why reverse osmosis?
Reverse osmosis is a good way if you. Florida seems
Sorry,
to have a
getting
problem.
very geeky and nerdy, and you know, I'm a rum nerd, so I want to ask all the questions.
Florida seems to have a bit of a universal issue in every county where they have really nasty water and they can have different things. West Palm Beach is typically pretty good, but every once in a while, like once a year, there'll be some issue that pops up and they're like, don't drink the water.
Boil notice.
So just to be sure, we use reverse osmosis, which is basically just like it's sort of like a mesh. It's really like a piece of, like I don't know, it's essentially like a mesh with really small holes that only allow water to pass through it. There are certain things that can get through it as well, like chlorine is smaller than water, or than H2O, and so you put in, we also do an activated carbon filtration before we put it through the RO. So that way it's stripping everything out of the water. There's absolutely nothing in it but pure H2O. And then we remineralize it with pink Himalayan salt to give it back that minerality. If you put pure H2O in your body, it's going to pull minerals out of your body, which is kind of nasty. Pink Himalayan salt has 80 different minerals in it. It's all of the minerals that your body requires, as well as all of the minerals that the yeast and bacteria we use during our fermentation require to be healthy, without stripping nutrients out of them and making them behave
That's amazing.
in funky ways.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
No worries. But yes, what do you? So
Hold on.
there.
Hold on. I'm still on the other. I'm matching the vibe of that room, and this room needs to. Give me 1 second. So we got audio actually picking up.
Oh, that's great. I love reverse osmosis too. I'm building a house in West Palm Beach, and that's the filtration system we're using. So
Yeah, the key after the RO is to make sure that you're remineralizing your water afterwards. You're gonna have salt
that's
in there.
very interesting.
And particularly pink Himalayan salt is the best way to do it. 'Cause
I
it's
did
got all
not
the
know
minerals in
that,
your body.
so I love
Otherwise,
that.
yeah. If you shower with RO water, just pure RO water, it's gonna strip all of the nutrients out of your body
which
off
you
too.
don't
It's
want
kind of funky.
either.
Yeah, so you definitely want
So
to.
you're gonna get like really dry skin. Kind of
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
yeah. So it's good to remineralize. It's
Very
like water
interesting.
softeners.
I
and
thought
stuff.
you just use like Sherpas or something. I misunderstood.
Yeah, exactly.
So moving on to the.
To our fermenters, yeah. So
Yeah.
this has a glycol coil in it, so we can maintain the temperature because the yeast gives off a ton of heat during fermentation because it's got 1,000 gallons in there, so it's big.
But
so we're
sorry,
able
to get geeky again. Why does fermentation cause heat?
That's a good
CO2?
question. I mean,
CO2 emissions, right?
is that why? I don't
Yes.
know. That's a good, I'll have to look it up, but I guess so.
So during the fermentation process, it creates CO2, and CO2 creates heat. If the heat is too high, then it'll kill the yeast, which you don't want it to do that, because if it kills the yeast, it kills the spirit, so you don't want that.
Yeah, well, what's happening is the yeast is consuming carbohydrates, sugars,
Yeah.
and it's then spitting out two byproducts of that, which is ethanol. It's making ethanol and then CO2. So
Yeah.
that is one of the elements. I didn't realize what was giving off the heat was the CO2 though, production.
Yeah.
Cool little tidbit.
And some distillers in the Caribbean, by the way, sorry, super getting geeky because I'm a geek. So for example, in Trinidad and Tobago, they use that CO2 to use that to make soda water, or they use that for Caribbean. So it's like a very efficient still. So it creates carbonated water and carbonated sodas, basically. Which you might want to think of.
Yeah.
For your cocktails, it'll save you some money,
You
right?
need some serious filtration in that CO2 because it gives off a very
really?
nice smell. It smells kind of caramel apple-y in here when it's fermenting.
That sounds
But,
delicious.
but you
Caramel apple, I'm
Yeah,
sold.
yeah, maybe we just bottle that right up.
Yeah.
Carbonated water, caramel apple, carbonated water. But so anyway, so we then add in 2 yeast and 2 lactobacillus bacteria. The lactobacillus bacteria they found in all these old world distilleries. If you go to Mount Gay in Barbados, it's kind of growing on all the walls and things. And it auto-infects their batches, brings down the pH, and really mellows out the final spirit. We added it ourselves because this place is a little more sterile. But so over about a week and a half, it ferments and it brings up the alcohol by volume to about 14%, which is like a strong beer or a wine. And then from there, yes.
Sorry, more questions, because this is why I
I love this distillery. Most distillery experience don't take this long, by the way. Just so you guys know, if you're not familiar, most rum distilleries, they'll take like 72 hours max. Why did you choose to do a week and a half? That seems like a pretty long time.
It adds a lot of complexity to the flavor.
Okay.
It really starts to build out. Yeah. So and then the way we do that is when they're doing it in over 72 hours, they're letting it run really hot, but it produces some really funky flavors in there. So with that glycol coil, we can cool it down and let it ferment over a longer period of time, and it really allows it to get to work and kind of produce these mellower, more interesting flavors.
So that's why when he talks about his rum tasting like a rum agricole, it's kind of like an homage to rum agricole, because you could truly get a very different kind of transparent or white rum, right?
Yeah, you definitely get it,
Yeah.
and because of the molasses
unique.
that we use, it's closer to a sugarcane juice. They haven't done all the processing to it, and so that really adds to the you get some more of the like grassy, herby flavors out of that molasses than you would a typical molasses. So that gives you a slight hint of the agricoliness to it, which I kind of like.
Very awesome.
So,
Who's going down the fire pole?
I can do a shot for
All
you.
right, Jason, you doing it before you leave? Going down the fire pole?
I think you have to have kind of pants on.
I
to do
see
it.
short-term
I will do it if
disability.
you want a shot of someone doing it.
If you show me,
figured if we gave you enough rum,
show
you'd do
me
it.
how to do it, I will try.
You're gonna have to come back in better shoes. Though.
Oh no! Sorry,
It's
sandals.
heavy on the feet with the slug.
Yeah,
going down,
don't shoot my feet. That's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
for feet. Oh, feet.
Only
Close to
feet.
Funwithfeet.com.
Fun with feet.
No, it looks like a short-term disability claim.
Yeah. Yeah, you need some
Waivers.
Yeah.
Waivers.
Gonna have to work on that. But so anyway, so after the fermentation, we then pump it into this filter over here. It's got 0.5 micron filter bags. So we then strip the yeast back out of it so that it doesn't scorch, because it kind of sticks to the side of the still during the distillation, and it can burn and produce some kind of nastier flavors in there. It tends to give off a lot more sulfur, which we are able to strip out with the copper, which is why you distill with copper, not just because it's a very good conductor, but copper binds with sulfur, and so it's able to strip that out, so it gives you a much better, final spirit. So after we've stripped the yeast out, we pump it into this 1,000-gallon copper pot stripping still. We bring it up to 173 degrees, which is the boiling point of ethanol in Fahrenheit. The rum starts to evaporate off. We continue bringing that temperature up, so it's about 190-ish, maybe a little higher. And so from there, ethanol vapor starts to come over down into this. This is called a reverse shotgun condenser. So if you've been in another distillery or you've seen moonshiners, they usually have a big tank with a copper coil going. What's happening with that is it's cooling down around the coil and condensing down in that. This, because we are obviously very tight in here, we need a more efficient condenser. So this has a bunch of straight up and down pipes that are kind of tightly knit in there, and then it's got these slats going back and forth. And so what happens is we run 40-degree glycol through those pipes, and then ethanol vapor goes back and forth around them and recondenses back down. It's just a more efficient style of condenser. Right here we would have something called a parrot, which we don't have because we're cleaning right now, but there's another one we'll look at on next hill. But it would have a hydrometer bobbing up and down that can tell us the proof of the alcohol. So then it comes over here into our first spirit safe. It pours out there, and then this little thing is nothing in there at the moment. But there's something in there, which is where you're getting that smell from. But so it comes out there at about 55% alcohol. So we've gone from 14% to 55%. We then pump that over here into our 600-gallon copper pot spirit still. We again bring it at 173 degrees, the boiling point of ethanol. It's fresh off. We then, and this is called a thumper. So again, if you see moonshiners, you'll see a keg that kind of is thudding around. So
Or some of the best bourbon distilleries, they have a thumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a distillery, other distilleries.
Yeah, for sure. I have.
But so we take the tail end of a previous batch and pump it into here. What happens is this pipe down here goes all the way to the bottom. It's got a ring at the bottom with a bunch of holes drilled in it. So then it's kind of bubbling the new rum through the tail ends of the last batch. And what's happening is it's heating this stuff up up until the thumping happens up until it gets to temperature of about 173 degrees. Before that, it's really rattling and shaking. You're not really getting anything out of the out of the still. But once it hits 173 degrees, the good ethanol in here can start to evaporate off again. And so because there's still some good stuff left over from the tail ends of the last batch. So that will evaporate out, as will the new rum that's coming through come together, and any water and any nasty stuff in there will recondense back down into this. This water evaporates at 212 degrees, so that all recondenses into the swirl here. Again, we go through another reverse shotgun condenser. This is the parrot I was talking about. This is the one from that still over there. So a little hydrometer will be bobbing up and down in there, telling us what the proof of the alcohol is. Comes back into this fine spirit sig at about 86% alcohol volume is what it starts coming at. We will then pump that over into this tank behind us here. And you can see on this table some hydrometers and things. Those will tell us the proof. So this tank is our proofing tank. And it's got a glycol jacket around it. This is why you see all those little pimples and things. And the white pipes hooking up to it that are pumping the glycol into the jacket to cool it down for our chill filtration.
How do you bring it down to 40%, 80 proof?
So if we look at this screen over here, this screen has every tank in the room we can see. We can go into, we'll look back at the last tank we were just looking at, the spirit still. You can see the temperatures at each point along the way in the still. We can turn things on and off, adjust the speeds of the motor, steam and glycol. But we'll go to ethanol 1, this is our proofing tank. So we can see right here we put the ethanol in at 86%. We want to bring it down to 40%, which is our what we bottle it at. If we were going to put it in a barrel, we do it higher than that. But so it says right now there's 181 gallons of rum in there at 86% alcohol by volume. If we want to bring it to 40%, we need to add 214 gallons of water to it. It's bobbing a little bit. So I've been messing with the button.
Can we jump in, swim?
Ready? Yeah. You got a lot to drink before you.
Yeah, I saw a strange brew.
Yeah. But so we can tell it to autofill, and we'll add that amount of water to it to bring it down to proof. It's kind of cool. Well, it takes care of it for you. And then we would chill filter it, so we'll bring that, we can turn the glycol on we adjust the temperature on the glycol tank for the glycol chiller, but this tank we usually bring to around 18 degrees, which is cold. It's below freezing, and it literally will grow ice around it, which is kind of cool to see. And then we run it through a chill filter. So what's happening is if you take a bottle of rum fresh out of, or a bottle of really anything out of a still, unless you've distilled it a lot of times, and you put it in your freezer at home, it will turn cloudy because there's some like rum oils and things that go into it. So we're just stripping those out. It doesn't really affect the flavor all that much. People get a little funky about it, but if you come here and try it with our white rum before we chill filter and after, it's pretty spot on. But it doesn't get cloudy, which is nice. So we chill filter at 18 degrees like this. And then we pump it over into another room over there. We have a bottling line. Right now it's we're using a boring, which is a kind of a hand we manually bottle it. We are getting ready to put in an automated bottling line to expand production because this room is about 2,000 bottles of rum a day, Monday through Friday, because of the 10 fermenters. But our bottling line is kind of a so getting ready to up that. Watch. Sorry.
Sorry.
We're gonna watch your step. There's a lot of radio people.
It's an operating distillery.
Yeah.
Can we do one bottle for a giveaway? Come on.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to open some things
Okay,
in there,
let's
valve
do
some
it.
things, but
Let's do it.
we'll come back
Let's
to that in a minute.
Explain this. I'd love to do that.
We will set that up momentarily. To open a couple things and get some stuff set up.
No, Chris, it should be. We should come back, and between the three of us, so you can label and cork and do all the work for you the fastest, and then between the three of us, we get
a bottle each, right? Does everybody? Hey, 3 bottles, 3 people. It's not that much.
There we go. But yeah, so this pipe pops through to the next room, and it's actually kind of cool if you look over here. My welder.
They're so fancy. Go
Gifted
look.
me this, but it says
It's like faded. It says Revenge Rum. Chris is fancy. Like,
That's actually a gift.
oh.
They had to do a ton of work fixing some things in there.
Welders, give me a call. I need help too.
Yeah. But so that pipe pops through and it fills the guy up here, and then you can pop a bottle on here. It will autofill at 750 milliliters. And then you pop it off, stick the cork in, whack it down with a rubber mallet.
Everything in-house. Look, guys.
Yeah. And then you heat shrink one of these guys on.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah. And this one will soon be with a massive automated bottling.
In the meantime,
it's kind of fun.
guess what? This is a small operation. You're supporting 2 guys,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's more people.
Like, it's
Brian and I
family
the
owned
other day.
operated. Just support locals, supporting locals. That's why we're here, to expose these amazing rums. Come support them. Look at these incredible bottles. Maybe we'll post a little bottling.
These wine earlier today.
Yeah,
Not-
today.
They have not been heat shrunk on yet.
Which is awesome. I love this. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
Thanks, everybody. So come visit Revenge Rum in West Palm Beach, Florida. Do not pay a much. Right? Plus, you can get this in Total Wine. You can't get their aged stuff in Total Wine. You can only get it here.
Yeah. You can try it here. Soon we will be selling some single cast test bottles that we will only sell
But in
here.
the meantime, you only sell it here?
We're gonna have barrel aged stuff that we sell in Total Wine, but we'll be doing other test barrels and stuff.
Yeah. Distillery only releases.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They'll be the first to know.
I love this. I love this.
So I went into the cafeteria and I drank.
Ready to wrap the show up? Okay, guys.
Or actually the other way around.
Hopefully you guys yeah. Sean, wasn't too bad, hopefully on our
All right, so we're back, and hopefully you got a chance to check that out. I know it's maybe a little choppy. Obviously, it was all on Wi-Fi, but so definitely capture. Watch. I think Leah's going to have a whole video posted of this. Still a tour, so definitely check out her page there. She'll have a full blown, probably a little bit better audio than us doing our live thing here. So definitely thanks for hanging in there tonight. We're going to get the guys come over here for a sec and wrap up the show and kind of, the grand finale of the owners of the up here distillery and so forth. So we'll go through and wrap up the show. Man, 3 hours flew by. All right, 3 hours. You look too sober.
Just because I'm playing safe.
So are you calling the rum Uber? The Oh, that's right. All right. Oh my God. So. Great night here, hanging out. More kind of fun again this year. We didn't even get a chance to see they've got a whole little back patio. What I had earlier was this the old fashioned?
Shipping containers right now. They're building their restaurant in the back, so they open.
This is for film.
I'm gonna take over. time.
I
Sort of. Well, they're not.
We were just saying, definitely
Heck yeah, let us know.
So they're not serving.
Smash that like
But
button.
they're going.
Smash that subscribe button to Drums and Rums, Regular Routine, and my Rum Diaries as well. Happy Rum Posse. We're all here in Florida.
right.
By the way, if you guys,
42 states, right?
yeah, 42 states, they deliver to your state. And if not, hey, I would be willing to send you some beer to wear. Some rum that you need to check out. You guys have to showcase the behind this thing, which is amazing.
So again, this is not a big company. This is not a, this is not
Two guys, Ryan, Sexy Ryan, the mom, making the content, and he's the master distiller. Ryan, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks for coming out. Check out the distillery. It's nice having you guys here. And we look to have more events in the future.
Awesome, we're so excited.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be back. If you want us to host another event, smash that like button.
Oh,
Put a little comment there.
yeah, we're on revenge.com and Revenge Rum on Instagram. That's where we post like all our events and things to come. So
yeah, this is I know we didn't get to show it, but we do have the little patio tent.
oh yeah, yeah, for like corporate events or private events, we have a back patio that you can bring in food and do a little private event.
Some incredible events which are like cocktails with food, right?
Yeah.
You guys had, what was it, West Palm Beach Meats or Palm Beach
We have Palm Beach Meats coming up at the end of September. They're gonna come and do burgers and stuff, and we'll have rum cocktails to go
Hey
along
guys,
with it.
food and rum, you can't go wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Food and rum, good burgers, good rum. Yeah, can't beat it.
For sure, so definitely check out their what are your social media?
Revenge Rum is our like Instagram and Facebook, and then just revenge.com is our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Which version do you like? The OG original Lionel Richie version?
Always OG. Always.
More version.
No. Always OG. But thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. If you are in West Palm Beach area, definitely come hang out. Let us know. I'd love to meet you guys. We'll have some rum, exchange some history of this firehouse distillery, right?
Yeah.
A lot of history. I'll go down the hole with you, not the stripper pole, the firehouse pole.
1924, so next year it's gonna be 100 years old. So.
Yo, this is it. That's the next part we need to plan.
That's the next party, guys. But hey, if you don't come in full pirate garb, you're not allowed. That's my rule.
What if it's like hot, sexy fire?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. You can do full sexy pirate album. How about that?
Wow.
You're denied. I'll be at the door. I'll be the muscle. Thank you, Ryan. Amazing cocktails from Ryan. Thank you so much. He definitely took great care of us today.
Appreciate it. So, good turn up here. Appreciate everybody who got a chance to follow us on the event.
Like in person and virtual, thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Everybody who tuned in tonight, so with you there.
Yeah, huge shout out, Just Drinking, Sean, all the regulars. Oh, Rum Spirits, yeah. Thank you, Felipe, Phil. Thanks, Rum Spirits. I hope you enjoyed.
Drink more.
Hell yeah. Well, we're logging off. This is the after hours rum.
You're gonna pay for only rum.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.